Welcome into Crossville, Tennessee and Cumberland County High School, the site of this District 7 AAA doubleheader between Upperman and Cumberland County. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us to my right, and we are 3 minutes away from tip-off in the first half of our doubleheader. The girls' game between the visiting Upperman Lady Bees and the hosting Cumberland County Lady Jets. This is the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friends at Gentry's Equipment. And as the captains get set to meet at center court, let's get a tail of the tape in this one. Promises to be a good one, as it always is in District 7 AAA. The visitors tonight, the Upperman Lady Bees, with a record of 19-4. They are 3-1 in District 7 AAA, and they are trying to bounce back, falling in their last game, the big one at home against White County, 45-33. A very tight ball game throughout. An early lead for Upperman. Sparta roared back. It was close in the middle frames, and then in the end, Sparta made some free throws to stretch the advantage and get that victory. Their opponents tonight, the Cumberland County Lady Jets, under first-year head coach Randy Herring, have found their stride. 11-8 on the season, but they are 3-1 in the district. Their only district loss against those same White County Warriorettes by 14 last week, 7 days ago on this floor. But they're coming off a dominant victory over their crosstown rivals, a 51-32 victory over the Stone Memorial Lady Panthers for Cumberland County. This is a ball game with no shortage of stars as we talk about Sydney Wilhite, maybe the best get-a-bucket player in the Upper Cumberland right now when Reese Beatty is on injured reserve. She is a stud in her sophomore season, but a host of counterparts led mainly by Aaliyah Hawkins, the reigning Upper Cumberland Defensive Player of the Year. She and Wilhite propel this team that is playing lockdown defense. They do it in different ways. They'll play man, they'll play zone, they'll play box and one, they'll play junk defenses, whatever it takes. Coach Herring throwing it out there. We'll see what he does tonight against an Upperman team led by their big three, Taylor Delenti, Sadie South, and Gracie Butler. None of them had their best game on Tuesday. They are very motivated to get back in the win column. The winner of this game goes all alone into second place in the district. Top two in the district tournament get a bye and clinch a spot in the region tournament. These are the two teams right now battling for that 2 seed, so a lot on the line when we come back. We'll have the tee-up starting lineups and all the action just minutes away here in Crossville. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Moments away from tip-off here in Crossville. It is high school basketball in District 7 AAA, and it promises to be a good one as the red-hot Cumberland County Lady Jets take on an Upperman team hungry to get back into the win column. Let's get to the Tee-Up starting lineups. Tee-Up is your hometown state-of-the-art indoor golfing experience located in Baxter. Starting for the visiting Upperman Lady Bees under head coach Dana McWilliams in her 31st season in Baxter. The Lady Bees have a 19-4 overall record. They are 3-1 in District 7 AAA, and they're the number one ranked team in the state of Tennessee in the 3A classification. Starting tonight for the Lady Bees, number 11, Sadie South. Number 12, Taylor Delenti. Number 22, Gracie Butler. Number 23, Maggie Butler. And number 41, Ava Mae Allen. Their opponents tonight, the Cumberland County Lady Jets, under head coach Randy Herring in his first season in Crossville. The Lady Jets are 11-8 with a 3-1 record in District 7 AAA. Starting tonight for the Lady Jets, number 11, Lexi Carroll. Number 15, Aaliyah Hawkins. Number 23, the sophomore sensation, Sydney Wilhite. Number 24, Cadence Wilson. And number 33, Carly Colleen. Happy to be along with you tonight. I am Noah McKay. That's the lovely Madison McKay producing things to our left, and she's doing more than usual tonight as she has to wear our router around her neck, and she's doing a great job with it. Lady Bees in their road gray jerseys and shorts, Cumberland carrying the home white and powder blues. Let's get it on in Crossville in District 7 AAA. Ava Mae Allen possesses the opening tip. That was won by Gracie Butler. Now she will flip it to Gracie Butler. Gracie from the top of the circle, left side to her twin Maggie. Maggie puts it on the deck back to Gracie. CC starting man-to-man. We're going to see how much they mix up the defenses as Gracie Butler drives and gets the tough finish off the glass for two, and Upperman quickly into the full court press. CC knows they need to withstand an early push from a hungry Upperman team that just lost to an in-state opponent for the first time in 14 games. They hadn't lost since the first Saturday of the season to an in-state opponent. Lost to a couple of out-of-state powerhouses, but Sparta got them on Tuesday. It's an Upperman team hungry. CC, though, red hot, as I mentioned, as Delenti swipes that one. Now we've got a scrum and a jump. The arrow belongs to the home team. It is a brisk night outside, but nice and warm in the gym here in Crossville. As the inbound goes into the backcourt, and Aaliyah Hawkins will possess. Hawkins, one of the top players that doesn't get enough attention in the Upper Cumberland. She gives off to Sydney Wilhite, who has grown into her sophomore season. She is an all-around stud as the three ball is up for CC. No good. Fight for the rebound, tip down. It'll go to the Lady Bees on the road. We're a minute into the contest. It is a doubleheader tonight. The boys' game to follow, Ty Cobb and company. Ty, fresh off a 42-point performance in a victory over Sparta. CC looking to get it back rolling into the win column after winning two early ones in district play before falling in pretty blowout fashion against their rival as Maggie Butler cuts, gets the dish, no good though, and the rebound down to the Lady Jets. Wilson got the board, and now they'll push it ahead with Hawkins. Hawkins from the left wing surveys the floor and goes to work. Upperman in their man-to-man. They'll drop it to the 2-3 at some point. We don't know what CC will do. Coach Herring has really mixed it up all year. Flip pass across left side for Wilhite. Wilhite goes to work the left-hand dribble. There's Sydney Wilhite blocked in the foul. Gracie Butler's going to pick up her first personal, and that'll be a big matchup to watch tonight. Wilhite against Butler. Gracie Butler got into foul trouble on Tuesday night. That allowed Gracie Clark to really feast on the Lady Bees en route to a Nelson Trophy and Screen Punting Player of the Game award, as the first freebie for Wilhite's no good off the back iron. Fair warning, I forgot my glasses home tonight, so I'm going to mess up some numbers and names at some points, but we'll get close. Next one rattles home for Wilhite. CC's on the board. It's 2-1, 6:19 to go in the first. With how these two teams have been playing on the defensive end, we have reason to believe this one could be fairly low scoring tonight, which puts a premium on all these possessions. Taylor Delenti has it now, sends left side. An Upperman team that could not get it going from three-point land, their specialty on Tuesday night. Now off a screen, South flips back to Allen. Allen, skip pass across to Delenti, finds Maggie Butler. Maggie steps, now flip pass, that's dangerous. It's swatted by Wilhite, who can't run it down. It'll stay with the Lady Bees. In that game against Sparta, the Lady Bees didn't attempt very many threes, and they only made two, both by Taylor Delenti. That's unheard of for a team that had attempted about as many threes as they had taken twos this season entering the game. Allen, flip pass right side for Delenti. 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Delenti picks up, back right side for Allen. Wilson goes up to defend. Allen finds Delenti. Delenti surveys, now a little flip pass in for Gracie Butler. Harrell's into the game. She had her best game of the season against Sparta. Picks up where she left off, sealing off Colleen inside, and Ella Harrell has 2. Now, ahead comes CC. Will Height fires a pass to Wilson. Wilson stays in. Upperman is into the 2-3 zone. They're trying to make sure they mark everywhere. 23, Sydney Wilhite goes on the floor. Bounce pass into the low block. Battle there. As Colleen now flips out for Hawkins. She triggers the deep tray. In and out, no. Pretty good look. Didn't go. Rebounded by Taylor Delenti. And here's Ava Mae Allen pushing it ahead with tempo. Allen crosses over now. Forced to pick up. Bounces it. Somehow finds South. Then a rocket across to Harrell for 2 more. Quick, decisive passing for the Lady Bees, who have a 6-1 lead. Now Hawkins slows as the trap arrives. She flips over for Wilhite. Back to Hawkins. There's the 1-2 punch for CC. They're looking to get it rolling here. Hawkins with it. It's an Upperman team that's been pretty good about limiting the opponent's best player. Held Chloe Van Rankin to 0 points last week at DeKalb County. Sparta's best player is up for discussion. It changes every week, but they did a really nice job on Bella Winningham on Tuesday as that pass is flipped back. Now they skipped across to Wilson. Wilson. Flip pass back for Hawkins. Hawkins, little shoulder check. We play on. 3 ball on the way. That's too strong. Rebounded by Gracie Butler, but poked from behind by Sydney Wilhite. Now Wilhite has it ahead. The triple up. No. Wilson is fouled. Delenti going to grab the arm on the way in. Second team foul against the Lady Bees. First personal on Delenti as Cora Bass goes to the table. She's checking in for Ava Mae Allen. Heads up play by Wilhite to recognize she could poke that one free. It was a great look, just didn't go. Inbounded in the corner for Wilson. Wilson has it nearly stolen. Now it's a foot race for it. Wilson on a knee, able to save it back for Hawkins. That was poked by Bass. Now Hawkins in the half court. Flip pass back to Wilson. Bounces it into the corner. Lexi Carroll, experienced player, now reverses floor. Hawkins goes to work from the top of the key. Right side to Carroll. Carroll bounces it for Wilhite in the corner. She's picked up by Delenti. Now back across. Wilson swings for Hawkins. Hawkins starts to drive, throws up a little runner, and good. Nice touch there for Aaliyah Hawkins. First field goal of the ball game for Cumberland County. They're back within a bucket. It's 6-3. Now Bass, flip pass for Harrell, tips it to herself, and 1. Ella Harrell with 6 points in the first quarter. She's going to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And for Harrell, she had 7 points in the first quarter against Sparta. Really sparked the team, but struggled mightily at the charity stripe. We'll see if she has a better night there. Just 2 for 7 at the line against White County. The senior Harrell flies this one away and hits. A run jump started by Ella Harrell has given Upperman a 9-3 lead. Size advantage inside for the Lady Bees between her and Maggie Butler. CC and Coach Herring will have to adjust to it. Pass right side for Lexi Carroll. CC looking for the answer. Bouncing it over now for Wilhite, who's kind of posted up in that corner. Pardon me, that's Colleen. Now they flip it back across left side. Wilhite's in the middle of the zone. Had it swiped from her. She gets it back. Wilhite back to Hawkins. On the powder blue court here at Cumberland County. Maybe the most unique court in the Upper Cumberland. It's got the plain outlines around it. The Jets outlines around it. It's a fun gym, but it is very far away as our broadcast point, which is great when I forgot my glasses, as Wilson's able to keep it despite the steal attempts by Cora Bass. And Coach Herring probably wisely wants time here with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Gives us an opportunity to tell you about the other games because it is an awesome night of hoops tonight. Over on UCR2, pivotal girls game. The Lebanon Devilettes taking on the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers. And then on the main page, White County and Livingston in a big 7 AAA matchup. Jacobs in Cookeville, Casey and Jack are in Sparta. Tomorrow night we'll have more hoops for you. Casey and Jack will be in the Bobcat Den in Byrdstown as Pickett County welcomes in Stone Memorial for a couple of really interesting ball games. Meanwhile, here it is 9-3 for the Lady Bees over the Lady Jets. A lot of basketball still to be played with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. All those games are live. We have figured out finally how to game Facebook system, at least for now, to get them live. Jacob and I were mad scientists on Tuesday trying to figure that out. We finally did. So hopefully they don't figure us back out as they bounce it over left side out of the timeout. See if we can get more 23 involved for Cumberland County. Sydney Wilhite Hawkins has it right wing side. Wilhite to the middle of that zone, but Harrell kind of stretching up to limit what is typically an open space against the 2-3. Right side pass here. Now they will get it to Wilhite. Swiped immediately by Cora Bass. Read it the whole way. The senior guard now pushing in transition. Bass, like a freight train, is fouled. And Cora Bass is going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. This one goes on Cadence Wilson. That's her first. Team's second. First one for Bass is good, and a good start for the Lady Bees here on the road as they're out in front by 7 with 2:09 to go in the first. Gracie Butler got a breather. Back in for Ella Harrell. Maggie Butler in as well. 2 for 2 for Cora Bass. And now trying to break the press with a couple of quick passes. That's nicely done. Right side, Wilhite. Wilhite just 1 point so far at the free throw line. Gives back to Hawkins. They swing around for Beal. Dominica Beal in the game for the first time. Now they little inside out. That's nice passing. Gets Hawkins free for 3, and she hits it. Aaliyah Hawkins with the tray. She's got 5 points in the first quarter, keeping Cumberland County afloat as they trail by just 5. Bass off a dribble, now floats back. Bass works it inside. Flip pass for South. Looking for the 3. No. Rebound down. Taylor Delenti and a tie-up. That'll be a jump. Arrow belongs to the visitors here as Wilhite and Delenti going at it. That's a fun little matchup. Cora Bass to inbound from the baseline. Going to flip it over for Gracie Butler. Butler finds South. Sadie South just 2 points on Tuesday. Did not get any good 3 attempts as Butler throws it up. A little fadeaway after a collision. We play on, no problem. Ahead it comes. CC looking to stack good possessions together. Got a 3 the last time down the floor, down just 6. Hawkins with it. Now into the corner. The band behind us making noise. That one's tipped, and it actually ricocheted off of a Lady Jet and out of play. They'll say it last touch Carroll. So Lady Bees get it back as Allen checks back in for Bass. Big crowd tuning in on YouTube. We welcome you in. Hit that follow or that subscribe button. Thumbs up on the stream. Comment along with us. Got a lot of comments already. Some of them were weird, but we play on. That's okay. Gracie Butler Hezzies now drives in, throws up the shot and the foul. Lexi Carroll trying to stay in front. That's a tough task with Gracie Butler coming at you. And Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for the first time tonight to shoot 2. 53.9 seconds to go in the opening quarter. First one on the way, no good, popped out. Cadence Wilson back into the game, got a quick breather. She's in for Colleen. We'll keep you updated on those games on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Goose tonight is at a good one in Double-A between York and Smith County. Really important one in that district. Nearing the return of Reese Beatty, but not yet for the Dragonettes. Now inside, Maggie Butler gets the tie-up. Possession stays with Cumberland County as her and Beal each got a hand on it. Cora Bass quickly back to the table, checking in for Gracie Butler. Little foul defense for Butler probably with 43 seconds to go in the first on this defensive possession. Hawkins to inbound from the baseline. Surveys, now fires into the corner for Wilhite. Wilhite drives all the way inside, now spins it back. Off the dribble, Carroll back to Wilhite. Wilhite with 2 different Lady Bees in her face. Finds Hawkins. Hawkins into the mid-range. Hit one from there earlier. That one won't go, but a nice rebound in for Cadence Wilson. Extends the possession. 27 seconds. Wilhite, little jumper, no. This time the long rebound run down by Maggie Butler. And with 20 seconds left, Upperman with a 6-point lead. I'll bring it back up the floor. 15 now for Ava Mae Allen. They typically like to go with about 8 on the clock. There they go. Bass has a pass tipped, and that's going to be a foul call. Just the 4th, but it is the first on Sydney Wilhite. Gets a groan from the home fans. Ella Harrell to the table, and they may try to find her on this possession. She's in for Maggie Butler. Back to Bass, 5 seconds. Delenti, they are trying to get it to Harrell. Flip pass over. Double team. Dribbles, now spins it back to Allen. No shot away. Good help defense for Cumberland County. Caps off the first quarter. After 1, it's Upperman 12, Cumberland County 6. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The CCHS chant, which is really the VOLS chant, going on from the band here, and I was partaking in the Vols portion. 7:55 to go in the first half as we get back to action here. Upperman with a 12-6 lead after 1, and we've got an offensive foul for a moving screen away from the ball. Goes on Cora Bass. It'll be her first, team's first. Ella Harrell with 7 points in the second straight first quarter for Upperman. She paces the way. Aaliyah Hawkins with 5 for Cumberland County. Hit a 3, kept them afloat, quite frankly. This offense was hard to come by for the home team. A lot of basketball still to go, and still anybody's game. Bounce pass ahead for Lexi Carroll. She skips it across to Wilson. Now back to Hawkins. Hawkins back right side, Beal. Beal has a pass tip, but found the target, Carroll. She flips back out for Hawkins, who resets. Upperman's 2-3, creating some problems for Cumberland County right now. Hawkins. Left side for Wilson. Wilson to Carroll. Turnaround shot, Beal from the free throw line. Banked in. Dominica Beal gets CC within 4 points. Nice shot there. Now Gracie Butler in the half court. She flips it for Taylor Delenti. Delenti surveys there. Another post up for Harrell. Double arrives. She spins it back. It was tipped. South goes into the backcourt to possess. Now quickly ahead to Cora Bass. Bass back to Gracie Butler. Butler wide open. She triggers it off the dribble. That one no good. Did it hit the top of the backboard? No. Rebound down to Cumberland County. And Aaliyah Hawkins with a chance to cut it to a score. Flip pass went right through the hands of Wilson, and an unforced error allows the Lady Bees to regain possession. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is watching. We welcome you in, as is Josh. Scott, I don't know what you're going on, what's happening. Appreciate the comments, though. Pass into Harrell. Big mismatch size-wise, but Beal did a great job of just getting in the way, disrupting, and possession back the other way. Maggie Butler to the table. Beal quickly in transition, and what a start for Dominica Beal to open up this second quarter. 4 points for her. Cumberland County's within 2, and it's a 30-second timeout called by Dana McWilliams on the floor, which gives me an opportunity, speaking of Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, to tell you about this open house that Sonia is having coming up this weekend. Join Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate this Sunday from January 26th, this Sunday, from noon to 2 p.m. for the open house at 3512 Brookstone Drive in the Brookstone subdivision located in Cookville. Stop by and discuss the builder's offer of $10,000 in closing cost assistance. That's this Sunday, January 26th from noon to 2 p.m. at 3512 Brookstone Drive in Cookville. You can call Sonia at 931-979-7145 for more information. 6:20 to go. Cumberland County, they trailed by 6. Now they trail by just 2 after a nice couple of possessions. Dominica Beal with 4 points inside. Hit a little jumper, then the lay-in and transition. Out of the timeout, Gracie Butler fakes the flip, drives, spins, and she traveled. Possession back the other way. Good defense there by Cumberland County's Lexi Carroll. Possession back to the Lady Jets. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Cookville and Lebanon tied up at 14 at the end of the first quarter in a very big 4A matchup. Aaliyah Hawkins with speed. Now jump stop, shot up, no. Rebound, grabbed by Ava Mae Allen in the land of the trees. Allen quickly ahead, wasting no time. CC got back nicely. Butler drives the lane, steps through, collision, and a block. Gracie Butler's going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as Lexi Carroll just picked up her second. Was close. Carroll must have just been sliding in. Could have gone either way. Kelly, don't be concerned. This is a very good Cumberland County Lady Jets team, as the first free throw is good for Gracie Butler. This is going to be a good game tonight. This is a Cumberland County team. They're 2-1 or 3-1 in the district. They've lost just 2 games in their last 12. It was a slow start, new head coach learning the system, but they have turned it on, and they've got maybe the best player in the entire district who still hasn't got it rolling yet today in the form of Sydney Wilhite. So this is going to be a great game as Gracie Butler goes 2 for 2, and it's 14-10. This CC team is why this district is the best in the state. Talking about a team that's not expected to win it, as there's a kick. It'll stay on this end. It's not expected to win the district. A lot of people don't think they're going to finish top 2, and yet they would win every other district in the state outside of maybe 2 or 3. They'd certainly be top 2 in pretty much every district in this state. Now off a screen, Wilhite triggers the tray. No, she's trying to get it rolling. It's tough to come by as everything's contested. Allen saves it into Gracie Butler, and now the Amtrak has left the station. That time it's a charge. Barreled in. It'll be the second on Gracie Butler. Had South open outside, but she had her head down and was driving the whole way. A good job to take it, no question about it. And Cora Bass will check in for Gracie Butler. 5:24 to go. It's 14-10. Lady Bees stretching that pressure. They got their fast lineup out there right now with South, Bass, and Allen. As that one swiped, Allen couldn't quite keep it in, so possession goes back to Cumberland County. Danny McWilliams says, "You sure that went out?" She sure doesn't think so. The official doesn't change his mind. And now they're having a discussion. And we'll go back to work. Hawkins has it. Gives left side for Beal. Beal to Wilson. Upperman stretching that zone towards Hawkins and Wilhite. Wilhite floating the free throw line. Hawkins around that wing. Wilson bounces it in to Carroll. Carroll one dribble trying to turn. This is Colleen inside. That shot up, no good. Rebound down, and an offensive rebound extends the possession for Wilson. She gives to Wilhite, now back out Beal. Ella Harrell back to the table after 7 points in the first quarter. Wilhite, best look so far and missed everything. Sydney Wilhite out of sorts early in this one as Ella Harrell will check in. Ava Mae Allen out. 4:37 to go in the second. It's 14-10. Bass to Harrell. Now left side. Butler, and we have a foul. It's going to be a push against Cumberland County. I believe it's on Sydney Wilhite. It is. So her second personal. Wilhite will have to be careful. They need her out there. Imagine she'll get it rolling at some point from the field, but that's tough. Harrell's got a big size advantage inside on Beal. See if the help arrives. There's no doubt they're going to try to go to that. Harrell stretches out this time. They'll go to work. Maggie Butler with it. Maggie back to Taylor Delenti. Delenti around the world. Finds Sadie South. South thought about it. Back to Delenti. Delenti puts the dribble into Harrell. Harrell with a great clear out and the finish. 9 points for Ella Harrell. They got a mismatch in there, and they're going to work. Tying their largest lead of the half is Upperman. Now in transition. Shot good. Dominica Beal with 6 points. All the points in it for the Jets in this quarter. Now South on the other end for 3. Good. Sadie South with her first one in a while. The sharpshooter hits the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. The game opens up a little bit. It's a 19-12 game. Now that pass ahead to Beal. Beal blocked. Harrell swats that one. Stays with the Lady Jets. Goes out to Colleen. Now Hawkins has it. 3:30 to go in the second. First 3 of the game for the Lady Bees have not taken a lot. They've been working inside with Harrell and company. They're working around now right side. Colleen to Beal. Beal, little flip pass Wilson, now to Hawkins. Going inside, Harrell with a steal. Ella Harrell, what a performance so far for number 50. Delenti swings it to South. South, one dribble back to Delenti. A deep tray, in and out, no. Cumberland County thankful that one didn't drop. Now quickly ahead, Hawkins. This could be a big swing. Wilhite, step back three. Good. Sydney Wilhite. That's what she can do. Her first field goal of the game is a tough one. A step back, James Harden-esque triple. 2:35 to go in the second. Back to a 4-point game. All of a sudden, the offense is waking up. Here's Bass, drives. Bass bumped, couldn't get the finish. Cora Bass to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two. And this one goes on 24. Cadence Wilson, her second. So 3 starters for the Lady Jets have 2 fouls. Nobody with 3, but that's on the doorstep of a little bit of trouble. First one, no good for Cora Bass. Now 2 for 3 so far. It's our second trip. That one, good. A 5-point Upperman lead again. Now nearly a steal for Bass. Tipped out of play. Got to be careful with those passes against an Upperman team that loves to try and intercept them. That's all they're looking for with this pressure. They're not necessarily trapping as much. Nice outlet pass to Wilhite. Drives and forced back by Delenti. Skip pass across to Colleen. Now she finds Wilson. Wilson flips it back to the top of the key for Hawkins. Hawkins back to Wilson, left side. Wilhite goes out to possess. Now from the logo, Wilhite. Back over Wilson. Cadence Wilson works around Bass, drives into the low block. Little bobble. Able to repossess. Harrell there defensively. That pass tipped by Delenti. We got a scrum for it. Should be a jump. The arrow belongs to the Lady Jets. 1:58 to go in the first half. Hawkins with it here for the Lady Jets. She goes to work with a dribble left side. Wilhite just hit one. That one, no good off back iron. Delenti with a nice rebound inside. Coach McWilliams says push. Cora Bass does. Flips back to Maggie Butler. Delenti open. Passes it up to a more open Sadie South, who barely hit anything on its way through. Sadie South with her second. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 of the quarter. Upperman's lead is up to 8. Quickly ahead, Beal. Slowed up and a travel. Shuffled the feet as she ran into Ella Harrell. Possession back to Upperman. And there was some unselfish basketball by Taylor Delenti. Had a pretty good look, but Sadie South had a great one. She passed it up, and South rewarded her with an assist. Now Delenti looking inside to Harrell potentially. Instead, Bass drives the other way. Bass throws a pass to nobody, and a foul's going to be called on Ella Harrell. It'll be her first personal. And Coach McWilliams with 2 hands up in the air saying, what was that? That'll be the third team foul in regards to the pass. Hawkins with it. Now, tic-tac-toe passing has Wilson in the half court. Cumberland County quickly finds themselves down by 8 after the triple on the other end. They got it back with a turnover as Hawkins goes to work behind the back. Trying to find some space for Wilhite. Now they'll kick to Wilson. That 3 disrupted by Butler. No. Fight for the rebound and a foul. This will be the 4th against the Lady Jets in the quarter. It'll be the first on Dominica Beal. Bass walks it up. Upperman going to hold it for the last shot here, trying to ensure they go in with at least an 8-point advantage. Right now, Cumberland County not pressing. Stepping slowly is Wilson, but they're not calling that closely guarded. And Bass just kind of shoulder shrugs as they continue to wait. Very interesting ball game so far, but it's Upperman in control with a nice but not unsurmountable lead. Bass goes to work on Wilson, and that's a foul, and it's going to send Cora Bass to the line. There's a hand check right into the hip. The home fans don't like it, but we had a good angle on it here. And Wilson just picked up her 3rd. So 3 fouls on Cadence Wilson, and Cora Bass making her 3rd appearance at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line already. Very interesting score on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. At half, White County leads Livingston 19-18. Close one on the main UCR Facebook page tonight. That is Trap Game City for the Warriorettes against Ellie Butler and company. 2 for 2 for Cora Bass, who now is 5 for 6 at the line in the half, and the lead is 10 for the Lady Bees. Big possession here for Wilhite and company. They need some points to get some momentum back. Hawkins with it, 10 seconds. They got to go. Hawkins with 8. Fires a pass ahead. Lady Bees have a foul to give. Across it goes. Wilson running out of time. Back to Hawkins. Deep tray. Would count, but it's no good. And that brings us to the end of a strong second quarter for the road team. After 2, it's Upperman 25, Cumberland County 15. Now the Happy Hiller halftime show and Coach Bobby McWilliams when we come back. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, Upperman leads Cumberland County 25-15. The first half of our doubleheader. The boys' game still to come between the Bees and the Jets. Joined by Upperman head coach Bobby McWilliams as always. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes. Final game of the first lap through district play, and then you do it again, obviously just flipping sites. So as you're approaching the midway point here of the important part of the season, the district slate, how are you feeling overall about where your basketball team is at?
Well, you know, we're finally, like I said, I think last time we were on air, that we're starting to kind of gravitate towards being healthy, and that's been a big plus for us. But, yeah, I mean, I feel comfortable where we're at. It's a long season left, even though we don't have that many games. But
he just hit a half-court shot to win
sure
something.
Did.
That's pretty good.
He sure did. He missed the first one. Maybe it was a practice, but he drained the second one.
I don't know what he won, but
nice.
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Sorry, there you go.
No, yeah, that's fun to watch. Yeah, so, but, yeah, no, I mean, this league's tough, and, you know, there's only got a few games left, but, you know, we've got the one more cycle left, and that's it. We don't have any non-district games left on our schedule, but, you know, hopefully we're heading in the right direction as we get moving into the tournaments, and that's what's important to us right now. But we like what we're doing, how we're progressing. If we can just continue to grow and develop a little bit over the next 3 or 4 weeks and, you know, see how it shakes out at the end.
A few questions on your opponent tonight because this is a very interesting game. First off, the macro view. You got a team that's won 3 games, but 2 of them are within this district. They are a factor in the standings right now. So just on its face, how do you approach this game knowing this is a team that you have really no familiarity with because they play completely different, and despite the record, they've already beaten 2 teams, and if they win tonight, throw everything out the window, it's on in this district.
Sure. You know, you watch as they've been playing, and you know, they didn't win very many games early in the year, but obviously got a couple wins here in our league. And but when you watch on the film, their energy is still really high. So, you know, teams that play as hard as they do and stay committed that long, they're so dangerous. we've got, they're going to shoot 30, 35 threes. If they make those, you're in for a dogfight. Hopefully, if they're able to throw some in, we've definitely got to score the ball. But, it's just when you play teams that play so hard, like the teams in Upper Cumberland do, every night is just a battle. And I expect no less from them tonight. And we'll just have to see. Hopefully we can play well and get a win on the road.
You mentioned the threes that they take. And Coach Goodwin came in first media day and said, we're going to take a bunch of threes. And we all looked at each other like, okay, that's going to be interesting. And they do. I heard a coach facetiously say they will pass up a layup for a three. Sometimes they will. With that in mind, you're a team that's very multiple. You can go fast, you can go slow. How do you avoid falling into the trap of turning into an utter track meet with a team that wants it to be an utter track meet?
Well, it just depends on what style you want to play.
Yeah.
I've mentioned before, I think to be able to advance deep in the tournaments, I think you have to be able to play multiple ways. Obviously, playing to your strengths in the middle of doing that, and so we try to, but hopefully we can get them to miss more than they make and rebound it if they do and get it down the floor and get good shots off, and that's kind of what we're looking at. But, we'll see how the game plays out and, make our adjustments as we move through the game. But definitely got to be able to guard the three-point line, and on top of that, not give them all their twos, keep them off the foul line, keep them off the offensive glass. It's just a multitude of things when they play that style. But, it should be a fun night for our kids. Hopefully we're ready for the challenge, and, it should be a good game.
Last one for you. We talked about Ty on Tuesday, but a different spin on it now. He scored 42, which sniffs your single-game record as a program, which is 44, as I've come to learn. He is so good at scoring, but sometimes because of the other weapons you got, he will pass it a lot. Is there any balance you have to say, like, hey, it's okay, you can go ahead and try to go and get 40 tonight because he has the capability to be maybe the best scorer in the state?
Watching him grow up and as a very young 5-year-old playing in leagues, he's always been kind of the pass-first guy. And, we've had to kind of push him into getting him to take a few more shots. But, his game experience, his knowledge, his grasp and feel is far beyond his sophomore year. And to be honest with you, we just let him play and dictate how that's going with him. Now, if there's things that we need to suggest, we will. But right now we're going to trust his decisions. And, if it's taking those shots, it is. But good thing is that his team trusts him and he trusts them. And when you have that, that's just really difficult to defend. And that's where we're at with him. And so he's just going to play his game, do his thing. And, whatever he sees in front of him is what he's going to do. So, like I've said before, I'm glad he's on my team. And we're just happy with the progression that all of our kids are making right now, and that's really turning us into a much better club, I think. And so, hopefully, by the time we get into tournaments, it's going to be a lot better for us.
The Bees have a matchup with the Jets coming up next. Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back again. Our thanks to Bobby McWilliams for joining us during the Happy Hiller halftime show. Back to the girls' game. It's 25-15. Lady Bees. 9 points for Ella Harrell, pacing the way, leading all scores. 5 apiece for Gracie Butler and Cora Bass. 6 for Sadie South. For the Lady Jets, it's 6 for Dominica Beal, all in that second quarter. Kept them afloat. It is 4 points for Sydney Wilhite and 5 points for Aaliyah Hawkins. Still very much up in the air, but Upperman is in the catbird seat right now with a 10-point lead, and we have got some good games tonight across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Early third quarter, White County leads Livingston 22-18. York up 22-18 at halftime over Smith County, as that one's blocked out of play here in Crossville. Cookeville with a 32-25 lead at the half over Lebanon over on UCR2. That White County Livingston game is on the main page. Ava Mae Allen to inbound, finds Gracie Butler, who puts it up and is fouled. And this is a big call here, as there is some foul trouble percolating for Cumberland County. That goes on Lexi Carroll, and it is her third. The second Lady Jet with 3. Carroll has 3, and Cadence Wilson has 3. And it will send Gracie Butler back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, where she hits the first and is now 4 for 5 tonight. The junior flies away the second, and it is good as well. 2 for 2, and Upperman's lead is up to 12. And gut check time here for Cumberland County does not want to get in the big hole. When you got Sydney Wilhite and Aaliyah Hawkins, you can erase a deficit, but it's very tough against this Lady B defense to do that. Hawkins has it. And pardon me, it's actually 21-18 Sparta over Livingston on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. EJ's Barnes in Cookeville, we appreciate their sponsorship of the Upperman scoreboard this year during games. That pass finds Wilhite. She had a step back 3, the only field goal she was able to get in that first half. Just 4 points for the superstar. Stiff collision off a screen we play on. Hawkins has it, guarded by Allen, as Upperman is into the man-to-man. Hawkins sets up 1 minute into the quarter, finds Carroll. Wilhite trying to post up Butler, instead goes to Carroll. Carroll kicks back as they'll work it across. Colleen now finds Hawkins. Hawkins tries to back down a great defender, and Allen steps through. Good and one. Maggie Butler came and caught her on the arm. A nice finish for Aaliyah Hawkins, who goes to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Not sure what the discussion is about. Maybe to see if there's a wet spot on the floor potentially here. We'll try to step it off. I think we're good. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. It's a big bucket for Hawkins. Can cut it back to single digits here. Certainly still within reach. Free throw's no good, however, and Maggie Butler runs down the board. Over to the point guard, Ava Mae Allen, the senior, rapidly ahead. Picks up, now spins it right side for South. South drives, throws it up with the right hand, and good. Been a big evolution in Sadie South's game, her ability to finish in her sophomore campaign. She's got 8 points in the game. It's 29-17 again. Hawkins back to work in the half court for Cumberland County. She'll pass it left side. Now Colleen to Carroll. Wilhite trying to get open. She has it. Shot fake. Now we'll put it on the deck. Wilhite over the shoulder. No. Nicely shielded off by Gracie Butler. Now Maggie Butler bringing it up. Finds Gracie. Gracie into the half court. Surveys and finds Ava Mae Allen, who will set up the half court set. Little toss for Maggie. Maggie finds Delenti. Quiet night for Taylor Delente. No points offensively so far, but that pass ricochets a couple of times from her. Loose ball. It's run down by Cumberland County, and here they go. Pushing the tempo ahead is Wilhite. Wilhite, jump stop. This is a 2, and it's good. Such a confident stroke for Sydney Wilhite. 6 points now for her. Back to a 10-point game. Allen with it. Goes to work. Little head fake. Allen with the drive. Ava Mae Allen, no good, but the foul. Got that separation with the little hezzy and head fake, and then got inside, nearly got the and one. Aaliyah Hawkins picks up, this is Dominica Beal. Picks up her second personal foul. It is the second team foul against the Lady Jets. Ava Mae Allen's first free throw is good. Ella Harrell checking in for Maggie Butler. Harrell leaves the game still with 9 points. Inside, really dominated that first half. As Allen rattles the second one through at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Hawkins has it. Skip pass across, finds the intended target, now bringing it up. Wilson. Wilson trapped, able to bounce back out though. Carroll to Hawkins. Upperman into the 2-3 zone of death, the straitjacket zone. See if the Lady Jets can solve it. Right side, Carroll. Now back out. They work it around left side, Hawkins. Hawkins bounces baseline. Now a little toss to Wilhite. Skip pass across to Wilson. Wilson bounces it into the corner. Colleen now back around the world. Aaliyah Hawkins from the left wing goes to work. Puts it on the deck. Trap arrives. She flips it back across. That one, big collision. Delente nearly got the steal. It'll stay with Cumberland County. 4:41 to go here in the third quarter. Elsewhere, Sparta's on their big run. We figured it may come at some point. They now lead by 7, looking for more. 3 here's no good. Rebound ricochets. That's a tie-up. It's loose. We got a foul call. Who's it on? Taylor Delente picks up her second personal. Third team foul. A lot of hands in the cookie jar there trying to get the basketball, and they'll say Delente caught arm. Inbounds, sent over. Now Carroll back to Hawkins. Hawkins to Carroll. Carroll, a little shot fake on the deck. Nice feed for Wilson, but it's blocked by Delente. Now on her way out of bounds. Can't save it. Possession back to the Lady Bees. Upperman with the basketball after the time, or after the turnover, I should say. Ava Mae Allen bringing it up. Over to Delente. Delente finds Gracie Butler. Gracie flips it into Ella Harrell. Double team. Tries to muscle it. No. Got it back, and a foul on the rebound. It will not count. It was on the floor. Let's see who this one is on. Cadence Wilson just picked up her fourth. Big call there. Allen has it here for the Lady Bees. Allen. Hands off Delente. Delente. They're going to call a moving screen on Ella Harrell. It'll be her second. Ella Harrell gets a bad whistle sometimes on screens where she sticks it and defenders run into her and her shoulder goes back because of the contact. They call her for a moving screen. I think that's what happened there as Cora Bash checks in. It happens a lot. Sparta's lead is up to 12. They're probably about to run away with it. It appears over on the main page to be a big win for the Warriorettes. In transition here, no good, but an offensive rebound right back down to Wilhite, whose shot is up and good. Sydney Wilhite gets the finish. She's got 4 points in the quarter. It's 31-21. And now Gracie Butler has it. Butler gives to Delente. Back to Butler. Butler, flip pass over. Finds Bass. Bass to Harrell. Harrell gives off to Butler. Butler, step back 3 for Gracie Butler. No, Ella Harrell, one-arm rebound. Put back won't go. Got it again, left hand good. Ella Harrell into double figures with 11. 2 offensive rebounds, and she's working on a double-double here. 2:56 to go in the third quarter. It's a 12-point game again, but quickly, CC for the answer, no. Knocked out of play as Carroll couldn't get the finish. Stays with the Lady Jets, 2:50 to go in the third. It's 33-21. Inbound coming from the baseline. Now they work it around for the Lady Jets. Baseline shot, nowhere close, rebounded by Delenti. Got to be careful here if you're Cumberland County. You can hang out around 12. You don't want it to become 15 or more down on the board. Butler one-on-one, now kicks over for Delenti. Skip past Maggie Butler. She'll put it on the deck, back to Delenti. Lines up the tray, good. Taylor Delenti with her first points tonight, and it comes to no surprise at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw or 3-point line. Thank you, Sonia. I love you. As that one's no good. Block, and now we have a whistle and a foul will be called on Maggie Butler. The clock is way off in the gym. It's at 2:42 and still ticking. It should be down to about 2:25. We are right on our screen. It has been way off in the gym here recently. That is the second on Maggie Butler. It's the 4th team foul on the Lady Bees. That could be a factor as they lead by 15 after the 3 by Taylor Delenti. Inbounds finds Wilhite. She's going to have to take over as it's swiped away instead by Cora Bass. Now Bass with speed. 2 defenders there. Wisely gives back to South. Now tied up from her, and the arrow belongs to the Lady Jets. Heads up play by a great defender, Aaliyah Hawkins. That pass, a little inside out as they break the pressure ahead. Beal puts it on the deck, tries to drive. Maggie Butler turns her away. Deep tray for Hawkins is good. Aaliyah Hawkins with a big answer, her second triple of the game. She's got 10 points tonight, and it's back to a 12-point gap. Gracie Butler has it. Butler surveys. Now tosses it overhanded for South. South back to Cora Bass. Bass turns around on Beal, drives, throws it up. No, a little bit wild. Rebound down Beal. She'll push it ahead. Here comes Wilhite looking for a big bucket. Wilhite in rhythm. 4-3. No. Rebound down to Cora Bass. Bass across the timeline. Now fires a pass, and she is fouled. Hawkins got her money's worth on that one. 1:45 to play in the third quarter. And Cadence Wilson's going to play with 4 fouls. She's got to be very careful here. That's just the first on Aaliyah Hawkins. 4th team foul on the Lady Jets. So Wilson with 4 fouls, a little bit of a target right now for the Lady Bees. As South works it up. Now finds Butler. Butler to South. South open, more open than she knew, I think. Bass has it, finds Delenti, who knows she's wide open. Her 3 is good. Taylor Delenti now starting to feel it. Her second. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 of the quarter. Upperman's lead back to 15. Now Wilson loses handle, swipe, and we have a foul call. And that's a little bit of a bailout for the Lady Jets as Taylor Delenti picks up her 3rd. And I say it's a bailout because Wilson had completely lost the basketball. South went in to rip it. Harrell's going to check in, I imagine, for Taylor Delenti, so she avoids picking up her 4th. And 2 free throws coming for Cadence Wilson, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. First one is good. Harrell does, in fact, check in for Delenti. She was a little frustrated by that call. I get it. I probably would be too. 2 for 2 for Wilson. She capitalizes. Back to a 13-point game. Cumberland County's keeping it interesting here, but not threatening yet. Bass hands off to South. Deep tray on the way. No good. A rebound fought for. Tipped out of play. It was last touched by Wilhite, they'll say, as Bass was in there fighting for it. Upperman holds possession. 1:01 to play here in the third. Inbounds into no man's land. Gracie Butler, though, with her speed, able to run it down. Now a skip pass finds Bass. Harrell inside, but a timeout first called by Dana McWilliams. A 30-second timeout called on the floor as they want to get this final important minute set up properly. And it gives me an opportunity to talk about our friends at Power of Putnam, who we very much appreciate continuing to be with us. Parents and caregivers, the best defense starts at home. Take a time out to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk, they hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. Comment along with us. Thank you, Randy, for tuning in and commenting. Tim as well, Josh, Kelly. Like the stream. We got 237 devices watching, and we've got 14 likes on the stream. That is a very bad ratio. I need you to like the stream, and I need you to subscribe. If you're watching it on your TV, you can still like the stream. Just hit the select button, scroll over, hit the thumbs up. Upperman's lead is 13, 39-26. They have the ball here with 56 seconds to go out of the timeout in quarter number 3. Cora Bass with it. And she will wait. And Cumberland County's going to let her for now. And we will wait for a long time. Now they're going to stretch up towards her a little bit with Wilhite. Wilhite bumps, and Delente has it. She will wait. Right now, not a big threat for a steal as it's just Wilhite stretching, but she's so athletic, she can cause some chaos like that as Bass gets away from a trap for Butler. 25 seconds. Hot potato between Taylor Delente and Gracie Butler. 20 seconds. Delente back to Butler. Now Bass. Bass looking at a double. Got to be careful. Walks through that timeline. Now bounces it ahead to Allen. Right side Butler. 10 seconds. Bass goes to work, finds Allen, kicks to an open Taylor Delente, who bobbled it. Now Bass, 3 seconds, back to Delente. Gonna have to put a shot up. She does, but it's short. Good defense there by the Lady Jets to prevent a good look. We'll head to the final frame. It's Upperman 39, Cumberland County 26. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. All Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Welcome back. 39-26 our score on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Sparta leads Livingston Academy 40-29 early fourth. Livingston about to shoot a couple of free throws. York with a lead over Smith County after 3, 37-28. We'll keep you updated on all these games and more. Remember, 3 of them live right now across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. As Ava Mae Allen has it for the Lady Bees. Cumberland County trying to ratchet up the intensity. They need to force some turnovers as they find themselves in a 13-point hole. Not insurmountable, but it's going to get late in a hurry, and Coach Herring knows it. Allen. We so appreciate Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel dealer, for being the presenting sponsor of tonight's game, located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. Need a new lawnmower, chainsaw, leaf blower, more? All there. Gentry's Power Equipment, state of the art. As South finds Allen open, Ava Mae Allen goes right side for Butler. Tick, tick, tick. 45-second possession already for the Lady Bees. Now Sadie South got free. Deep three, good. The third, Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 3 of the game for Sadie South. Didn't have any on Tuesday. She's back in rhythm now in the lead. The largest of the game, a 16-point Lady Bee advantage. Hawkins sends over left side. Now back for Wilhite. Wilhite tonight, just 8 points. Now bounces it baseline. She'll bounce it back to Wilhite. Speaking of, that one's too strong an air ball. Offensive rebound for Cadence Wilson. Probably should have just gone back up with it. Instead, resets back around. Carroll to Hawkins. Deep tray on the way. No, in and out. Harrell tips the rebound. It's still loose. Fighting for it. Harrell comes away. Ella Harrell's on double-double watch tonight. 11 points as that one's intercepted by Wilhite ahead to Hawkins. Sydney Wilhite running the floor. Now Hawkins the other way. Kicks to Carroll. Her three up and no good. Rebound, though. Good. Put back, no. Another chance. Hawkins in the mid-range, no. CC can't buy a bucket and a foul. And this is going to be the 5th on Cadence Wilson. No, never mind. My apologies. Gracie Butler was called for it. I didn't even see Gracie Butler down there. Let me check on my phone, which is a little behind. Oh, yeah, she cleared out inside. I missed it. She was boxing out, and the box out arms went too straight. I totally missed that, but yep, no doubt. That's her third personal. Hawkins drives, now a runner up. That one's going to be on the floor. Ava Mae Allen picks up her first, and all of a sudden we got a little bit of a quick whistle. We haven't had that tonight. Game's had a great flow to it. 6:04 to go. Now bouncing it, Wilhite. That's her favorite shot. She hits it. The second three of the game for Sydney Wilhite, and a timeout called by Randy Herring. We'll see if it's 30 or a full. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor, so we'll stay here through it. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about, once again, the open house that our friend Sonia Brown is having this weekend. Join Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate this Sunday, January 26th from noon to 2 p.m. for the open house at 3512 Brookstone Drive in the Brookstone subdivision in Cookeville. Stop by and discuss the builder's offer of $10,000 in closing cost assistance. That is this Sunday from noon to 2 p.m. at 3512 Brookstone Drive in Cookeville. The band's rocking. Sydney Wilhite just gave Cumberland County some life. 42-29 the score. But with just a hair under 6 minutes to go, it's getting late in a hurry. On the Lady Jets, they got to ratchet up the pressure. Delenti gets it into Cora Bass. Bass trying to protect the basketball. Flip pass and does it. Immediately out of play and back the other way. That gets the Lady Jets fans back in it a little bit more. It's a little out of sorts right now for Cora Bass. She's playing great basketball. She's made a bunch of free throws tonight. Just got to, Lady Bees are looking for her to protect the basketball. Ahead Wilson. Spins back to Hawkins. Hawkins drives, steps through, throws it up and good. Aaliyah Hawkins with 12 tonight, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point game. Bass to Delenti. Delenti trying to work away from the pressure. Little bump, loses it for a moment. Maybe timeout time for the Lady Bees. Instead of pass ahead to Gracie Butler, who possesses. Butler slows down and flips back to Delenti. In rhythm, 4-3, no. Rebounded by Ella Harrell. Her putback is good. It's a new career high for Ella Harrell, 13 tonight. Off the bench for Ella Harrell. Aaliyah Hawkins has it now. Looking for an answer. Hawkins has been the go-to bucket tonight for Cumberland County. It's been tough sledding for Wilhite, who just every time she touches it has a bunch of Lady Bees in her face. They try to skip it for her again. Now down to Wilson. Hawkins drives around, now up and under. Couldn't get it, and another rebound for Ella Harrell, who is then fouled. And this is a big call. It's going to go on 15. That's Aaliyah Hawkins. It is her second. I say that because Wilson was in the area, and she's playing with 4 fouls. Been playing for a while with 4 fouls. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Sparta pulling away. They lead Livingston 47-33 midway through the fourth quarter. Close for a half. Now not so much. South back to Butler. Flip pass for Harrell again. Double team. Muscles it up. No. Rebound tipped down. Delenti couldn't save it. It'll go to Cumberland County with 4:37 to go in the game. Just pure strength for Ella Harrell to even avoid a jump in that situation. CC gets the stop, though, and that was a quick possession. That one tipped, though, by Delenti, and she steals it right back. Taylor Delenti now activates to the baseline. Swiped out of play. It stays with Upperman as Lexi Carroll got a couple of hands on it. Maggie Butler in for Ella Harrell as those two continue to split minutes. Bass has it. Now Butler turns, picks up her dribble. Gracie gives off to Maggie. Maggie finds Taylor Delente, who wanted it. Now she has it. 4:07 to go. Maggie back to Gracie. The Butler twins going back and forth. Backdoor cut from Delente. Bass finds her a little off the mark, though. South to Butler. This is Gracie. Now Maggie. Back to Cora. Cora Bass with it. 3:45 to go. Finds Delente. Maggie now. Bobbles. Looking backdoor south, and it was to her hands. A little bit too much heat. Now it's tipped out of play. And they'll say it was last touched by Bass. Cumberland County stands tall, but 3:36 to go. They got to find a way to start generating some offense now. That pass dangerous, but found Beal. Beal bounces it inside. That shot too strong, disrupted by Gracie Butler. Maggie with the board ahead to Delente. Delente steps through, now finds Bass. Over to Maggie Butler. The clock becoming the worst enemy of the home team, Cumberland County. Bass, shoulder fakes, finds Delente. Lines up the triple. It was contested. No, a little bit of a quick shot for Upperman, considering the circumstances. Leaving the door open for Cumberland County. Here comes Hawkins, jump stops, throws it up. No, that's one of her patented shots. Maggie Butler with another rebound. And now she'll fire a pass. Gracie wasn't ready for it, but has it. Now Gracie Butler weaving through traffic, puts it up. No, out of play. It stays with Upperman. The shooting percentages for both teams going down precipitously here in the fourth quarter, and that's your word of the day. Full timeout on the floor by Cumberland County. We'll take it with them. 2:52 to go. Lady Bees lead by 13.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
2:52 to play. Full timeout call by Cumberland County. They need something to go their way in a hurry as Upperman has possession on their own end. I'm Noel McKay, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Here from Crossville, the boys' game to follow. Ty Cobb, I have been informed, is in the building tonight, which means you're going to want to tune in. And if you haven't seen this Jets team play, you are in for something. They are going to shoot a ton of threes this evening. They get after it. They play with a lot of energy under Coach Goodwin in his first year. They are fast. They will shoot it from anywhere. It's going to be a fun game to watch coming up next. Postgame, we have the Legacy House postgame show. Go through the scoring. Have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game as Cora Bass catches the inbounds pass. Wilson trying to force a turnover. Bass works off an Ella Harrell screen. Now back around. It's kill the clock time for the Lady Bees with the lead, trying to go all alone into second place. These two teams currently tied there. Remember, the top two get a first-round bye in the district tournament, which means you're clinched top four, and you're automatically into the region tournament. Backdoor cut, the feed from Butler. Bass couldn't finish. Rebound tipped down, and Wilson with an opportunity ahead to Wilhite. Needs a quick shot. Wilhite barrels in, now turns around. Sydney Wilhite, good for two. 5 in the quarter, 13 in the game for Wilhite. And now Butler trying to work around through traffic. Butler splitting everybody, lost it at the last second, and a foul. Lexi Carroll going to pick up her fourth as her and Butler collided. Butler's face into Carroll's shoulder. Nothing intentional, but that doesn't feel good. An 11-point game, 2:03 to go. Only way Upperman loses is that they turn it over and miss free throws. That's why you see CC selling out to try and force those turnovers. Bass across the timeline with it. Bass guarded by Wilson. She's got to be careful with those 4 fouls. 2 hands out. Could get called for a hand check. Bass kicks to Butler. Now left side Bass. Harrell inside. Wants it. Has it. Left hand good. What a game for Ella Harrell. 15 points off the bench, and Upperman's lead is 13. Wilson ahead. Back for Hawkins. Hawkins probably going to walk up and J this thing. Instead starts to drive, and we'll have a little touch foul called on Cora Bass, her second, team's third. .93 seconds to play. Wilson swings it around. Now off the drive, Wilhite swiped and a foul. Bass felt like she got the ball. Official disagrees. The third on Cora Bass, and now Sydney Wilhite, who is 1 for 2 today, goes back to the line to shoot 2 with 1:29 to go. First one for the sophomore is good. Not over yet. But the next one's no good. That will not help. As Delenti picks up her dribble, trap, pass tip, but Bass goes back to get it. Now she loses it, and they'll say it wasn't tipped. Awarded to Cumberland County, a turnover, and that sends Ava Mae Allen to the table as Coach McWilliams is not happy. Allen going to check in with 1:22 to play. Again, only way Upperman loses. Turnovers, missed free throws. There's a turnover. See if Cumberland County can capitalize. Inbound to Carroll. Bounces it over to Beal. They're trying to get Wilhite free. Upperman knows it. Beal puts up a shot. No. Disrupted by Allen. Rebound tip. Now a kick out to an open Wilhite. Her three. No good. Would have been a big one. Instead, Harrell got another board. Ahead to Allen. 1:07 to go. South's alone. Fires to Delenti, who finishes. Nicely done in transition for the Lady Bees, and that may be it. Now a pass ahead. Stolen away by Harrell. Back to Delenti. 54 seconds. Ahead to Allen. Now Butler. Bobbled it. They don't call a double dribble. Delenti has it. Now back to Allen, and now there's the foul. Aaliyah Hawkins commits her third. It'll be the third team foul, so still one more to give for Cumberland County, who this one is over. So playing the foul game probably is a net negative, as it will make it look a little more lopsided than it was, and also annoy me, which in turn will annoy everybody watching, because I'm not fun when I'm annoyed. 24 seconds to go in the ball game. Butler has it. No foul now yet. They'll step up, and they will foul, and Gracie Butler will go to the Sonia Brown. Never mind, one more foul to go. Lexi Carroll. Was that on Carroll or not? It is just the fourth. It is on Carroll. It is her fifth personal. It is the fourth team foul, but they are sending Gracie Butler to the line. Lexi Carroll's day is done. Welch will check in 4, and now they've got it straight, and they will inbound instead with 39 seconds to go. Inbound goes back to Delenti, now back to Butler. No fouls. God bless you, Coach Herring, as Butler has it with 30 seconds to go. He's doing a good job with this team here in his first year. They bought in, but this is a tough district. They're about to pick up their second loss, and they've lost to the top two teams as of now in the district. Allen has it, 13 seconds. Slow start to the week for the Lady Bees, but they're back into the win column tonight. They come on the road to Crossville and knock off the Lady Jets on the road. Final score tonight, Upperman 48, Cumberland County 34. We welcome you into the Legacy House post-game show. Legacy House in Smithville, your one-stop shop for clothes, home goods, and more. We so appreciate their sponsorship. Let's go through the scoring as I tally it up here on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. First, for the Cumberland County Lady Jets, who fall to 11-9 on the season. They are 3-2 in District 7 AAA and slide right now all alone in the 3 spot, which is not a bad spot to be in the district. Sydney Wilhite leads them with 14 points, 10 in the second half. 12 points tonight for Aaliyah Hawkins, 6 for Dominica Beal, and 2 for Cadence Wilson for a team total of 34. For the victorious Upperman Lady Bees, who get their 20th victory of the season tonight, they are 20-4, 4-1 in the district, and all alone in second place right now, 1 game behind the White County Warriorettes. It was Ella Harrell leading the way with 15 points off the bench, 11 for Sadie South, 8 for Taylor Delente, 7 for Gracie Butler, 5 for Cora Bass, and 2 for Ava May Allen, for a team total of 48. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game tonight, without a doubt, is Ella Harrell. Mentioned the 15 points, came in, sparked the Lady Bees with 7 points in the first half. She was the matchup problem tonight for Cumberland County, and Ella Harrell is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. Next up for the Lady Bees, they do not play this weekend. They will return to action as we now wrap back around in District 7 AAA, the second time through, at Stone Memorial on Friday night. Tuesday night is that makeup day in case games had to move. So next Friday night in Crossville, it is the Upperman Lady Bees against the Stone Memorial Lady Panthers. For Cumberland County, next up, as we mentioned, Tuesday is that makeup day, but they have added a game on Tuesday where they will travel to Bledsoe County. So they will face off against Bledsoe County on Tuesday night as Cumberland County looks to get back into the win column. We'll have about a 10-minute intermission, then come back with all the action in the boys' game as Upperman takes on Cumberland County in a battle between two of the top 3 teams right now, standings-wise, in District 7 AAA. Final score in our first game. It's Upperman 48, Cumberland County 34. Much more to come from Crossville. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's time for another Crouch Team with Highlands Late Real Estate pregame show as we're moments away from tip-off in the boys' game between the visiting Upperman Bees and the hosting Cumberland County Jets. I'm Noah McKay back on the call. The lovely Madison McKay still producing things for us. Happy to be along with you tonight as the number one ranked team in the Upper Cumberland and in the classification. Upperman Bees have taken the trip down I-40 to take on the upstart Cumberland County Jets under head coach Christian Goodwin in his first season. Came in, said, we're going to be fast, we're going to be aggressive, we're going to shoot a bunch of threes, and they are fast, aggressive, and shoot a bunch of threes. And after a very slow start to the season, Cumberland County, winners of 5 out of their last 7 games, en route to a 2-2 start in District 7 AAA play. They find themselves right now sitting tied for third with Livingston Academy. Now, Livingston did beat them, so Livingston right now has that head-to-head tiebreaker, but a much better start to district play than many expected for this Jets team. They got wins over DeKalb County and Sparta. The DeKalb County game was dramatic. We're down big in the third quarter, came back as they can do. There are pros and cons to the way the Jets play. The pro is you're never out of a game. The cons are if your shots aren't falling, you can get beat up pretty badly. That's what happened on Tuesday night when Cade Capps rolled into this gym and beat them 78-44. And that was actually at Stone Memorial across town. But regardless, Cade Capps scored 46 points in that game. And a similar issue tonight for the Jets because another superstar is in the building. Ty Cobb, fresh off a 42-point performance, 4-2 against Sparta on Tuesday night. The Bees are winners of 7 straight. They're 17-2 on the season. They are all alone in first place with a 4-0 record in District 7 AAA. The Bees have been dominant this season. 14 double-digit victories, including that last time out, a 74-49 victory over White County. For Upperman, they're looking to keep it rolling tonight against this very fast and exciting Cumberland County Jets team. We'll have all the action for you when we come back, including the tee-up starting lineups. Tip-off just moments away, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. It's time for the Tee-Up starting lineups. Tee-Up, your hometown state-of-the-art indoor golfing experience. Starting tonight for the road team, the Upperman Bees under head coach Bobby McWilliams with a record of 17 victories, 2 losses. They are 4-0 in District 7 AAA, and they're the number 1 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. Starting for the Upperman Bees tonight, number 2, Jack Torrance. Number 4, Evan Huddleston. Number 23, Bronsden Chaffin. Number 24, Colton Johnson. And the Mr. Basketball candidate, the sophomore, number 0, Ty Cobb. Starting tonight for the Cumberland County Jets under head coach Christian Goodwin in his first season at the helm in Crossville with a 6-14 overall record. They are 2-2 in District 7 AAA. Starting for the Jets tonight, number 25, Tristan Futrell. Number 23, Saul Sitton. Number 44, Caleb Hahn. Number 11, Andrew Dennis. And number 5, Jake Christopher. The Bees on the road in the black jerseys, black shorts, white numbers and letters outlined in gold trim. Cumberland County in their home white jerseys, white shorts, powder blue numbers and letters with Jets across the back. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay. Happy to be with you tonight from Crossville. One of 3 games across our network tonight over on UCR2. It's Cookeville and Lebanon. On the main page, it's Livingston and Sparta. Bronsden Chaffin in the circle against Jake Christopher. As the lead official walks in, throws it up. Let's get it on in Crossville. Chaffin wins the tip. Ty Cobb, fresh off that 42-point game on Tuesday, goes to work with it in the half court. Gives to Jack Torrance. Now Chaffin. Chaffin fakes the handoff, takes it inside. Bronsden Chaffin with a quick 2. And for Cumberland County, the name of the game is scoring a bunch of points. You see it already, wasting no time. Saul sitting ahead. He passes back for Dennis. They are not going to hold you down typically scoring-wise. They're trying to win the race to 75-plus points. When they don't score, they don't win. When they do score, it's very entertaining. As Hahn has it, Upperman playing high-pressure man-to-man, and it works. Stolen away by Ty Cobb. Cobb into the half-court. Cobb barrels in. Ty Cobb, no, but a foul. 2 coming for Cobb at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as Caleb Hahn picks up the first foul of the game. First one for Cobb is good, and ironically enough, this is how most of his games start. He gets to the free throw line, makes a couple, and then he scores a lot more, averaging over 28 a night. 2 for 2. And we have a whistle. I'm not sure why. Maybe the ball went away from the official or something. Regardless, 4-0 the score. Upperman in the full court press. CC's got to be really careful. They do not want to get blown out tonight, but this is an Upperman team that blows a lot of people out. So they got to have a fast start. Saul Sitton has it. Sitton drives and kicks. That pass tip. Chaffin nearly got it. Stays on this end. There's another one. You see it all day. Now there's the first 3 of the game that won't go. Rebound down to Johnson. The first of many. Torrance, skip pass across for Cobb. Activates baseline. Did he step on the line? He did. So possession goes back to CC. Tried to tiptoe it. Tiptoed right on that in line. 6:51 to play. We're just getting started. It's 4-0 Bees here on the road. Jets have it in the half-court. Upperman trying not to allow any space for these shooters to go to work. Sitton puts it on the deck. Turns, activates inside, left-hand lay. Nice finish in for Saul Sitton. First points of the game for CC. It's 4-2. Quickly ahead, it's Cobb. He puts it up. No. Rebound down, and here come the Jets looking to push the tempo. Nicely defended inside on the penetration. Now Sitton turns again. Little shot fake, kicks out. 3 balls on the way, and good. Tristan Futrell hits the 3. Futrell rains it through. It's 5-4. CC with the lead on their home floor. As Coach McWilliams said in the girls' game, if they make threes, very dangerous. Chaffin muscles inside. You can tell already where Upperman feels like they have the advantage tonight. It's in the paint. Going in there with Cobb a couple of times. Chaffin already has 2. And this one is going to go on Jake Christopher. It'll be his first. And 2 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for Bronston Chaffin. The first one is good. Second shooting foul already charged to the Jets. Chaffin's second one no good. Rebound tipped up, a box out, and a foul is going to be called on Colton Johnson for going over the back. First foul of the game called against the Bees. No, yes. And now they set up the press. Nope, I am wrong. Okay. All right, Saul Sitton called for a foul. Inbounds, tipped up. Chaffin has it. Chaffin spins into the lane, flips over for Cobb, and Ty Cobb has his first field goal. That's that 2-man game of Chaffin and Cobb. It is absolutely lethal. 7-5 now the score. Sitton with it in the half court. Turns on his defender, Huddleston. Fires back to Dennis. Dennis picks up his dribble. Tosses it over right side. Grabbed by Christopher. Christopher to Hahn. Caleb Hahn trying to drive past Johnson. Nice turnaround shot, but couldn't get the finish. Johnson with a rebound. Ahead to Chaffin. Bronston Chaffin, 6'4", 230, barreling ahead. Over to Johnson. Johnson off the glass, too strong. Rebound down, and a chance for Christopher to push it the other way. His pass ahead to Dennis. He keeps it in and will drive the lane. Left-hand lay, good. Andrew Dennis off the glass, and it's 7-7. Quickly ahead, here's Ty Cobb. That one's too strong, and he is fouled. It was way up there. And Cobb will go back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as Jake Christopher just picked up his second personal. That's already 4 quick fouls against Cumberland County, as Upperman's making a concerted effort to get in the lane. First one for Cobb rattles through. Already 5 points for Cobb out of the team's 8. Branson Turnbow, the 6th man off the bench, checks in for Huddleston. Two for two for Cobb. Upperman's lead is back to 2. Now ahead, that 3 blocked. Cobb swatted the attempt by Futrell. Third attempt. I never keep track of threes. I'm keeping track of threes tonight. That's 3 attempted so far by the Jets. As Hahn has it, he sends it over. Now a skip pass back right. Sitton goes to work. Sitton working on Torrance. Sitton drives the lane again. Now fires a pass. Probably could have laid it in. Didn't realize the defender dropped off. Now trying to spin. They fire back out. To the wing it goes for Dennis. Thinking about the deep tray was Futrell, but now they bounce it into him in a low block. He kicks back into the corner. That 3 ball blocked again. Cobb with his second block of the possession, and now Chaffin pushes the tempo. Chaffin sees Sitton await. He finds Johnson. Johnson lowers the shoulder. Can't get the roll. Upperman shooting a low percentage from the field. CC looking to capitalize. Ahead it goes to Dennis. Baseline drive for Dennis. Throws it off the glass wildly. No. Now Torrance pushes it ahead. We got a track meet tonight. Cobb has he drives in. Swiped away from him by Sitton. Fight for it on the floor. A tie-up. That gets the Jets fans into it. And the possession will go back to Cumberland County. Bush and Hall checking in here for Torrance and Johnson. Pass over for Dennis. Dennis trying to work it ahead. Three ball up and good. Apologies, had some. Futrell hits his 3, his second of the game. I had a situation to work through on my phone. Sorry for no call. Now it kicks out to Turnbow. Turnbow starts to drive the lane. He finds Hall. Hall to the baseline. Throws it up. No. Upperman not attempting any threes so far, and it's backfiring on him. They trail by 1 on the road. CC starting to feel it. Back to Sitton. Sitton back to Dennis. Dennis over to Futrell. Now he'll drive the lane. Spins back out to Dennis. It's that drive and kick. If you get an open layup, you shoot it. If not, kick it to a different shooter who can tray it. Sitton into the mid-range. He bounces it. That one ricochets, and they will award it to Cumberland County. 2:37 to go in the first. They work it around left side. Step back 3 for Futrell. That one missed everything. Rebounded by Cobb. Now Ty Cobb pushing the tempo. He gives a nice shoulder fake. Steps through. Ty Cobb on a different planet. Finished that one and made it look easy. That little head bob as he sliced through, got the defender away, and once he's airborne, you can jog the other direction. Dennis with it, trying to deny the ball to Sitton, so he'll flip it back to Hahn. Hahn now to Sitton, to Dennis. He'll trigger another 3. That one's too strong, no good. Rebound down to Hall, or Turnbow rather. Turnbow fires it across to Bush. Now Cobb. Cobb into Chaffin on the low block. 1-on-1. Chaffin turns, puts it off the glass, and good. Ronsden, Chaffin, and Ty Cobb have all the points so far for the Bees, who are back in front by 3. Sitton with it. Back and forth they go. Now they work it around for Dennis. Sitton has it. Sitton barrels inside, throws it over his shoulder. No. Chaffin with another rebound. He works it ahead for Turnbow. Turnbow. Turnaround shot in the mid-range, no, but right there is Landon Hall for the putback rebound. Upperman's lead is up to 5. They can strike quickly. Pass ahead. Now Sitton Flash right side into the corner, back to him. 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. 15-10 is our score. Bush nearly got the steal, and instead he'll get the foul. First foul of the game called against the Bees goes on Collier Bush. Host of subs to the table. Mifflin in for the Jets, and then a ton of Bees. 4 different Bees checking in. They've gone 9 deep so far. They work it over left side. Dennis, now he'll bounce it in. 40 seconds to go, back to Sitton. Sitton on that left wing, Dennis again. Now Sitton from the logo. Upperman playing a little zone, stretching it out, trying to take away some shots. Now to the free throw line, wide open. Instead going to drive in and finish and one. Asher Mifflin comes off the bench. Thought he should have shot it from the free throw line. Instead took it in. He got an and one out of it. That one goes on Colton Johnson. It's his first, team second. And Ty Cobb's back to the table here as Mifflin can cut it to a 2-point game. Cobb checking in for Chaffin. Sub to the table for Coach Goodwin. He gets Barnwell in. Free throw, no good. Rebound by Johnson. And we've got a whistle and a foul. And this is going to be 2 free throws. 5th foul on that rebound attempt. It's a big call. And they'll go 80 feet or so to the line on the other side. That one goes on Isaac Scarborough. Hits his first. As I mentioned, team's 5th. Randy's watching, as is Heather. We welcome you in. Sharon, keep those comments rolling in. Good crowd tuning in on YouTube tonight for one of these 3 games across our network. First one for the sophomore Colton Johnson is good, and that's the first point of the night for him. He's been playing really well here recently for the Bees. Second one rattles off the back of the iron, no good. A chance for Cumberland County to cut it to a possession into the second quarter. 17 seconds, Sitton has it. Gets a Scarborough screen, works off of it. Sitton tries to drive on Huddleston, kicks it into the corner. Futrell kicks to Dennis. He's open 3, and it's good. Andrew Dennis hits the 3rd 3 of the quarter. That one would have counted. It was close, but it didn't go. Now we got ourselves a ball game as we head to the second. It's Upperman 16, Cumberland County 15. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
16-15 our score. Cumberland County hits 3 threes in the quarter to hang in there. Upperman with 8 points by Ty Cobb. 8 threes attempted by the Jets. That's a 32-3 pace. If they keep that one up, which they very well may, we're going to have some fireworks, especially if they keep making them. The basketball, something you want to see out of the Jets program. It's been looking to get it rolling here. Coach Goodwin's brought them new life. And you can't deny how hard they play. Chaffin inside. He's got a huge size advantage, and he finishes that one. 7 points for Bronston Chaffin so far. And quickly, Cumberland County wastes no time into the half court. Sitton Drives on Huddleston. Lowers the shoulder. Left-hand lane. No. Chaffin with the board, and now Upperman will push it. The Bees very comfortable in a fast-paced game with all their guards in length. Now Torrance in the mid-range. Good. Jack Torrance with his first basket of the night. Finishes that one. And Upperman rapidly back out in front by 5. 4 straight to open the quarter for the road team. Here's Dennis. Hit a 3 at the end of the first quarter. He gives off. Now back. Flip for Dennis from the left wing. Dennis. Back to Futrell. He hit a couple of 3s in that first quarter. Sitting with an extra pass. Blocked with authority by Bronston Chaffin out of play as Christopher tried to get that shot up, and Chaffin just lumberjacked down on that one. Inbound, sent over everybody's head. Grabbed by Sitton. Now off a screen. Futrell, that pass intercepted. Cobb tipped it, I should say, and it'll stay with Cumberland County. 6:55 to go in this first half. Sitting with it, trying to work away from a double team, and Huddleston will tip it from behind. Nearly a turnover. Now it is a turnover. Chaffin flips back to Evan Huddleston. He finds Cobb. Cobb checks back towards the sideline for the new play. And Austin McWilliams gives that play in. Cobb just going to jay it, and he hit it. Ty Cobb from a mile away. His first Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 of the game. He's got 11 points in the first half, and Upperman has rapidly increased their lead to 8. That one is going to be a foul as Huddleston went for the steal to be his first personal. Now a steal for Cobb. He'll bring it up off the backboard, and Bronston Chaffin put it through, but then it popped back out. Do they wipe this off? I don't know the rule. I think they do wipe this off. We got it up on our board. Is it up in the gym? So no basket. It will not count. It'll go back down. An unfortunate break for the Bees who went showtime, but it popped back out and then in, and because he was hanging on the rim, it's basket interference. Now inside quickly, the finger roll good for Dennis off the nice speed, and Coach Goodwin wants timeout as they stop the run, and now he wants to address some things with 5:46 to go in half number 1. Stick around during the Happy Hiller halftime show. We'll be joined by Lady Bee head coach Dana McWilliams to talk about their win earlier on tonight. Parents and caregivers, the best defense starts at home. Take a time out to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk, they hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. 5:46 to go in half number 1. Upperman's lead is 23-17, led by 1 at the end of the first. They've outscored Cumberland County 7-2 in the frame, but we'll see if that 2 by Andrew Dennis settles the Jets back in. Ty Cobb with 11 points, Bronston Chaffin with 7. Dennis has 7 points of his own for the Jets. And we got ourselves a ball game here between the number 1 ranked team in the state and the Jets, who have won 5 of their last 7 games. Inbounds pass going to come to Cobb. And we will get back to action here in Crossville on the powder blue court. Torrance back for Huddleston. Now Huddleston around the world, thinking back door. Instead, Cobb has to float back. Cobb off a Chaffin screen, accelerates inside. Ty Cobb, so good. Best player in the gym. Ahead comes Saul Sitton. That is nearly impossible to guard. Now a little bounce pass across. Shot up, inside, good. Nice positioning. And then the finish from Jake Christopher, his first points tonight. Huddleston back to Cobb. He's feeling it. Maybe time for a heat check. Chaffin comes for the screen. He delivers it. Cobb. And now an offensive foul. They'll call Chaffin for a moving screen. It'll be his first, team's second. Branson Turnbow will check in, and that is not a moving screen. 5:05 to go in the first half. Your two resident screen artists, myself and my wife, both looked at each other and went, no, that's not a moving screen. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Sitton drives baseline. Huddleston tasked with defending him. Now Dennis picked up by Turnbow. He'll get back to Christopher. Christopher tries to drive on Cobb. Cobb swipes it for a moment. Christopher repossesses. Now picks up. Has to find a teammate. Instead, it's stolen away by Huddleston. Now he finds Cobb. Cobb accelerates. Couldn't get it to fall, but a foul is called. It's going to go on Asher Mifflin. His first. Did his job, made sure the shot didn't go in, and Ty Cobb's going to have to earn it when he will shoot 2. First one for Ty Cobb is good. 6 points already in the quarter, 14 and a half for him. That's 2 for 2. CC's got to be careful, find themselves in an 8-point hole, but as we mentioned, they can erase a deficit in a hurry. They've gotten away from the 3 ball as Bush gets a block, now a tie-up and a jump. The arrow belongs to Cumberland County. Took 8 threes in that first quarter, haven't attempted one here in the second. A crossover for Dennis. Gives back to Futrell. Now he'll toss back. And Mifflin getting some minutes off the bench here. Finds Dennis for the nice finger roll. That's a great dish from Mifflin. And Dennis rewards him with an assist. That pass intended for Cobb. Out of play. It'll stay with the Bees. Coach Goodwin was pointing his way. I got no clue how he wanted that ball, but he loves the defense. As the inbounds goes to Bush in the backcourt. Bush across the timeline as we pass the midway point in the second quarter. Turnbow picks up, flips inside to a posting up. Colton Johnson. Johnson pivots a couple of times, now forced back out for Collier Bush. Across for Ty Cobb. Cobb calls for and gets a Colton Johnson screen. He'll use it left side. Cobb again inside, finger roll, and he is just playing now. 17 with Ty Cobb. 29-21. Now Futrell, quick trigger tray. That one's no good. The rebound down. Here's Cobb again with an 8-point lead. Cobb drives and kicks. Bush little shot fake. Back for Turnbow. Turnbow inside left-hand lay is good. Branson Turnbow with his first field goal, and Upperman's lead is hit double digits, 31-21. Here's Dennis in the half court quickly. Back and forth he goes with Sitton. Dennis trying to work on Cobb, who forces him back. Now Sitton with it off his screen, picks up, finds Futrell. Futrell behind the back dribble, driving on Torrance. He'll fire back across for Dennis. Sitton flips to Dennis. And now it's nearly swiped. Dennis gets it back, and he'll find Sitton. Sitton has a pass tipped by Turnbow, got it back, drives and reverses Futrell. He'll drive the lane and again passes up a layup to fire it behind the arc. Dennis now will drive inside, probably traveled. It goes uncalled. Shot's no good. Johnson with the rebound, and now Turnbow with a bunch of speed left side for Torrance. Back to Bush. Bush drives and kicks to Ty Cobb. Cobb off a screen. Accelerates again. Cobb up and under and finishes. This kid is unbelievable. Pass ahead quickly. That's a nice outlet pass, and the finish. Timeout called on the floor. Asher Mifflin got it, but a full timeout as Ty Cobb has taken over the basketball game. 2:09 to go in the second. It's a 10-point Upperman lead back in 30 seconds.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Yep. Welcome back. 2:09 to go in the first half, and Ty Cobb is going nuclear. He has 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 in the quarter. Gives him 19 in the first half. Fresh off a 42-point game against Sparta. And really, ever since he got mad against DeKalb County, he has been playing with his hair on fire. And now he'll have the basketball after Christian Goodwin called timeout. He waited on the team to get a 2 to stop the bleeding and gets that timeout. Still anybody's game with how much Cumberland County can shoot the 3. That pass tipped. Johnson was looking to Chaffin. Johnson got it back, finds Huddleston. Back to Cobb. Now right side for Bush. He'll flip it to Huddleston. Around the arc they go. Now into Chaffin. Chaffin pivots a couple of times. Right-hand shot is good. That's a tougher shot than it looks for Bronston Chaffin, who has 9 in the quarter. Quickly ahead, though, Dennis wasting no time. His 3 won't go. Rebound tipped, and it'll go to the Bees, who will quickly push it ahead with Collier Bush. Bush with a nice behind-the-back dribble. Now he'll reset with 90 seconds, just under 90 seconds to go in the second. Cobb into Johnson. Again posting up. This time Colton Johnson over his shoulder. No. Chaffin's rebound tipped it in. Bronston Chaffin somehow found a way to tip it. Now here's Mifflin. He kicks back. They'll reverse to Sitton. Head fake for Saul Sitton. Back to Dennis. Andrew Dennis forced back by Ty Cobb. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. Upperman led by 1 at the beginning of the frame. They're on a big run here as Collier Bush commits the foul, and Saul Sitton gets the and 1. Nice finish for Sitton inside. Bush commits the second personal. 3rd team foul, and Sitton will try to complete the 3-point play with Hall back in and Scarborough back in for their respective squads. Freebie's no good. Rebound down. Chaffin able to wrestle it. Now here's Cobb. Been a while since he took a shot by his standards. He'll drive and kick to Huddleston. Back to Chaffin. Chaffin barrels inside. Now spins it looking for Hall. Miscommunication. Hall went to cut. Chaffin went to pass. Cumberland County with an opportunity to cut it to single digits heading into the break. Sitton brings it up. Should be playing with confidence after that nice finish. He's got 4 points in the half so far. He gets doubled for a moment. Sitton kicks over to Dennis. 25 seconds. Back to Sitton. CC team that doesn't love to hold, but they'd be wise to do it here. 16 seconds. Huddleston goes out to defend. Sitton sends it over to Futrell. Baseline pass, now an outlet to Sitton. To Dennis now. 8 seconds. They got to go. Sitton with 5. Cobb steals it away from him. 3 seconds for Ty Cobb, and the exclamation point is a 2-hand jam for Ty Cobb to cap off a quarter of dominance by the sophomore. As we head to the break, it's 39-25 Bees. We'll be joined by Danny McWilliams when we come back. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Links Drive in Cookeville. With 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at a prime location, this could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. 21 points for Ty Cobb in the first half. Upperman leads 39-25, trying to sweep the doubleheader because the Lady Bees were victorious earlier on tonight, 48-34. We're joined by Lady Bee head coach Dana McWilliams. Coach, thank you as always for taking some time. Get back in the win column tonight, get victory number 20 of the season. More importantly, to 4-1 in the district. Macro view, how do you assess how the girls played this evening?
I thought overall it was a really good game for us. I thought we had a lot of good play from a lot of different people. So I thought it was very balanced tonight, which as a coach you really like to see.
You come in here and Cindy Wilhite, one of the best players probably in the state, certainly in our area, really limited early. Could tell the attention she paid. Had just 4 points at halftime, got some late to get to 14 in the game. What is the challenge presented by her, and what do you have to do to have some success?
Sydney's a special player. I think you're probably right. She's probably one of the best in the state. But we play against a lot of good players. So, but she can do it all. She can score from all three levels, and she does a lot of really good things. So I thought we did a pretty good job containing her, as well as you can. You're not going to stop a kid like her, so you just do the best you can on her. We left her a couple times, and when we did, she made us pay.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight. It's been coming for a while, but Ella Harrell definitely earned it. Gave you 7 points in the first quarter again, 15 tonight. I don't know how many rebounds she had, but 7, it was a bunch. Her emergence this year, in my mind, has changed from they have Ella Harrell off the bench to now they have a real weapon in Ella Harrell off the bench. How valuable is that, and then her performance tonight?
I'm just really so proud of Ella. She's worked hard for 4 years. She's gotten an opportunity, and she's made the best of it. She's made a huge difference, and I've been telling her from the start of the season, you're a difference maker. You're not just somebody who can just come in. You're a difference maker. She is she's hard to guard in there. She's tough, and she's finishing well around the rim now. She had a great game on Tuesday night, had another great game tonight. I rebounded the ball extremely well, too. She's just getting better and better every game. I think we're doing a better job of finding her, a better job getting her the ball. I don't know that we did a great job of that early in the year, too. In Ella's defense, we hadn't played with really what we'd call a true post player for a lot of minutes since Abigail.
Right, absolutely.
So a lot of these kids hadn't really been on the floor much to pass to a post. So that's the things you got to learn too.
You're now here midway point of the district slate. You've finished the first lap. You get another lap. And you have, for the first time, kind of a break here before you have to get back into district play next Friday with Stone Memorial. So at that point, number one, what do you need to work on in this next week? What is the value of this 6-day period? And then just how are you feeling about where you stand in this district right now at the halfway point?
I'm really excited to have that week of practice, for me, which is what I love to do. I love to try to improve some things. We got several things we're going to, try to improve on. Really just back to the basic stuff that we always do. We're not going to change anything dramatically. I don't anticipate doing that. But, sometimes you get out of your habits of doing some of the little things that are why you're successful, and because you don't really have time to, and it's been a crazy, 2 or 3 weeks for the kids, and they've had to be really, have to adapt to me being at practice time, me not being at practice time, changing practice time, just a lot of things going on. So, I feel like hopefully we can get back on track, and I can get them back. We can start doing some of the little things again and just fine-tune some things. But, obviously we'd like to be 5-0 in the district, but it's a good district. So, we're going to – it's not the first time we've been 4-1, and we've been worse than that, too, at the half. It's – it is what it is. You get through the season, and then you get ready for tournament play.
Last one for you. The mental maturity of your team. You talked about, obviously, it's been a tumultuous time for you. And I think back through the season. You lost early in the season against Morristown East. You bounced back that day. In Greenville, you didn't win the next game after you lost, but that was a great team, and you played a lot better. Tonight, you bounced back from a loss. How good is that as a coaching staff to see that? It appears you got a pretty mentally tough group to bounce back the way that they have throughout this year.
I think we do. And I think they understand that, it is what it is. It's a game. It's not a end all. It's a game. You don't want to lose many district games, but, it's all going to come down to tournament play, and they know that. But even through the season, they, I feel like they do a good job of bouncing back. But I think those kids are tough. I think they love basketball and they play hard and they work all year long. So, when we're not happy when we lose, that's for sure. None of us from top to bottom, we're not happy. So, we've been fortunate to bounce back.
I don't know where I'll be on Tuesday, but I know you get a well-earned 7 days or 6 days before you play again. You'll play again next Friday at Stone Memorial. First time in a while, you won't have to be in a gym on a Tuesday night, Coach.
Yeah, well, I probably will be. I hope if our middle school wins on Monday night, I'll be at the gym in the championship game on Tuesday. I'm hoping I'll be in a gym on Tuesday.
I have to wait till my boss, Jacob Benson, tells me where I'll be on Tuesday night. Coach, we appreciate it. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality Family of Services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. All Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back again. Our thanks to Danny McWilliams for joining us during the Happy Heller halftime show. Back to action here in Crossville. Upperman leads 39-25 over the Jets of Cumberland County. 21 points for Ty Cobb. He had 13 in that second quarter alone. And we'll get you some score updates on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Livingston leads Sparta 22-20 at halftime. Smith County leads York, 17-13. Late in the second quarter in Jamestown tonight. Goose is there as Ty Cobb has it. Ty Cobb up, and Ty Cobb has 23 points. And he is firmly in rhythm. Now, Torrance able to save that one in. Chaffin couldn't run it down. Who was it last touched by? Cumberland County. So the Bees will retake possession, and the Jets came out on fire. They had 15 points in the first quarter, trailed by just one. But since then, Upperman has started to take control of the game because one of the best players in this entire state in any class has taken over the game. It's that simple. They also have the size of Chaffin and Johnson. Now Torrance inside, and Jack Torrance puts it in. It's not just Ty Cobb why this team's so highly touted, not just by us, by everybody. Now Cobb with another steal, and now it's a foot race, and he will win that with ease and tomahawk it down. 25 for Cobb with still 7 minutes to go in the third. Only thing that may limit him tonight is if this game gets out of hand. CC needs a run. They're capable of it. Trailed by 20 against DeKalb, came back to win. Obviously a different opponent tonight, but they can score in a hurry when they get it falling. There's a drive, little bump, and step through. Probably could have been a travel. Instead, it's just a steal. Now Bronston Chaffin will load up and slam it down. Timeout called by Cumberland County, but it's getting out of hand now. The Bees have stretched the lead to 22, and they've opened the quarter on an 8-0 run in less than 90 seconds. It's a full timeout, I believe, and we will take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
SwallowsInsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Join American Way Realtor Sonia Brown this Sunday, January 26th from noon to 2 p.m. for the open house at 3512 Brookstone Drive in the Brookstone subdivision in Cookeville. Stop by and discuss the builder's offer of $10,000 in closing cost assistance. Back to action here. Upperman on an 8-0 run to open up the third quarter. See what buttons Coach Goodwin can push as Sitton has it swiped, and it's another steal. This time it's Branson Turnbow. Turnbow in transition. He misses, I should say, easy for me to say. Rebound down to Cumberland County, a break for the Jets. Kick over left side to Dennis. He'll trigger the tray. Missed everything. Johnson with a rebound. Cobb ahead to Chaffin, and Chaffin checked if there was an alley-oop. Instead, it's just a two-hand jam, and the Bees starting to break out the slam dunk contest. Quickly ahead, that three is rejected. Ty Cobb on both ends of the floor comes flying in and swats it away. I mean, that thing was rejected. Now they go left wing side. 5:50 to go in the third. Futrell kicks back. CC needs some buckets and some stops in a hurry. Upperman's in rhythm. Now a little flip pass over to Dennis. He'll drive the lane. Dennis changes in midair. That's good body control for Andrew Dennis, who's the first Jet in the double figures. He has 11. Here's Turnbow back to Chaffin. Over to Cobb. Now Huddleston. Johnson has position. A good feed from Huddleston, and Colton Johnson finishes his first field goal of the day. It's a 24-point lead. Upperman working on double-digit win number 15 of the campaign in their 20th game of the season. That's a pretty good ratio. There's the drive. Shot no good. Rebounded by Cobb, and now Cobb fires it over to Huddleston with a fastball. Huddleston inside. Turnaround shot good. Everybody's getting involved for the Bees. And this one's rapidly approaching over territory. Dennis with a three. No good. Rebound down. Chaffin tipped it to Johnson. Now Turnbow drive. Branson Turnbow no good, but is fouled. Saul Sitton picks up his second. And Turnbow to Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two. Next up for these two teams, Cumberland County at Bledsoe County on Tuesday night. Upperman with a week off before they return with a big one, and maybe will decide the district as they travel to Stone Memorial to face off against Cade Caps and the Panthers. Branson Turnbow makes the first. It will be the high school basketball game of the week next week. Upperman won the first meeting by 17, but back on their home floor, Stone will be desperate. If they lose that one, nobody's catching the Bees. They'll have a two-game lead on everybody. 2 for 2 for Branson Turnbow, a 28-point lead. It was a one-point game entering the second quarter. That has changed quickly. Sitton fires a pass inside. Little hesitation in the finish. for Jake Christopher. His second basket of the evening. Collier Bush sends over to Ty Cobb. Cobb with room to operate. He's in dealer mode right now. Pass tipped a couple of times right back to Cobb. He went for the ridiculous poster. He got it back, though, on a steal. Now Cobb steps through. Little flip. It's tipped out of play. They'll say it wasn't. Thought that was tipped. Instead, it goes back to Cumberland County. Sitton brings it up. Sitton starts to drive. He flips it over to Dennis. Dennis back to Sitton. Or pardon me, this is Mifflin. Now Futrell, quick trigger three, and he hit it. Barely hit the net. Third of the game for Tristan Futrell. Futrell. I'll get it. Next time around, I promise, Jets fans, I'll get it. Futrell, as Turnbow starts to drive. Left-hand lay is good. Branson Turnbow's having himself a good game. 6 points off the bench. Got a couple of steals to go along with it. Back to a 25-point lead. Sitton with no hesitation. Missed everything and couldn't save it in. He had stepped on the line when he jumped to save it. That's why it didn't go down for Mifflin. Bronsden Chaffin checking in for Colton Johnson. So Ty Cobb at 25 points. He could have a lot more, but he's been passing it around, spreading the wealth a little bit, as he is prone to do. All-time record for points in the game at Upperman is 44. He's going to break it. Only question is when and by how much. He has it now. Flips back to Hall. Hall into the mid-range, now back for Turnbow. Turnbow fires in for Chaffin. Chaffin goes to work with a couple of dribbles. Now jumps through, right-hand lay, and an out no, popped out. 25-point game, 3 minutes to go in the third. Pass right side for Dennis. Now driving in is Christopher. He sends to Futrell. He'll trigger the tray. Another good one. Tristan Futrell is Christian Goodwin's type of player. That quick release, tough to guard, makes it a 22-point game. Now Cobb goes to work again for the Bees. CC can score in a hurry. Futrell starting to find the stroke. Hall off the dribble. He'll drive in. Landon Hall with a tough take. No. Rebound tipped around. Upperman going isolation ball, leaving the door open. Ahead for Dennis. Little shot fake for him. Futrell blocked. Turnbow swatted that one, went right back to Dennis. Now he'll fire at baseline. Christopher blocked by Cobb. He got it back and puts it back in. Jake Christopher for two, and it's a 20-point game. Cobb over to Turnbow. Now Hall back to Cobb, and Upperman needs a Ty Cobb bucket here to calm things down. They get it back to about 15. We're going to have an interesting game. Cobb off the dribble. No. Long rebound down. And Upperman's gone a little bit soft out there. And CC is still playing hard, as Coach McWilliams talked about before the game. Now they work it over Futrell. Extra feed to Dennis. This would send this place into a frenzy, but it's no good. Chaffin with a rebound. Now Turnbow. Nobody picks him up till he spins inside, and it's blocked by Dennis. Another empty possession. Bobby McWilliams not happy at all on the sideline. A chance for CC again to cut it under 20. Futrell double teamed. He bounces it back. Mifflin into the corner. Now driving inside Sitton. Nice feed across to Christopher for two, and it may be timeout time for the Bees. It is. Bobby McWilliams wants timeout. Cumberland County's on a run. They're back within 18 with 1:07 to go in the third quarter. Let's see, it's going to be a 30-second timeout on the floor. And they mentioned CC's ability to erase deficits. This one would be an earth-shattering one if they did it. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Cookeville leads Lebanon 22-13 at the half. It was 2-2 in the second quarter with 2 minutes to go, says Jacob Vinson. I don't know how that even math works out, but a bunch of points were scored there in quick succession in Cookeville over on UCR2 tonight. 1:07 to go in the third quarter. The Jets on a 10-0 run. They were about to get blown off the floor, and now they're back in it. And Upperman, I mentioned, they started just going isolation, one-on-one, miss. CC come down making a shot. Isolation, one-on-one, not doing the things that gave them the big lead. Ty Cobb started playing distributor instead of scorer, and all of a sudden, everybody's a little bit more intrigued by this basketball game. Huddleston sends to Johnson. Now Chaffin inside on the set play. Blocked, tipped out of play, and it goes to Cumberland County. Good job inside to get a hand on Chaffin. And Upperman potentially going to press? No. 56 seconds. A chance for CC. They hit a three here, and it's going to be on. Sitting into the baseline. And now bounces back. Upperman's coming down, two-hand jams, tomahawking, doing all sorts of stuff. Now it's not so fun as Futrell gets inside and finishes the 2, 8 1/4 for Tristan Futrell. And it's a 16-point game, 12 straight for the Jets. Cobb slowing it down. Cobb scored 2 points early in the quarter, has not scored since, and has only taken one shot since when he attempted a dunk. .14 seconds. CC content to wait. Typically, Ty walks up and jacks a three in this situation. Sitton steps up and will foul him, and that was called for by his coach, but it is the third on Saul Sitton, so I don't know how well that ends up playing for Cumberland County. They need him on the floor. He'll get subbed out here for this final play. Price Barnwell checks in. Huddleston to inbound. Cobb posting up inside. Cobb is fouled. Caught on the arm by Barnwell, and Ty Cobb will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 with 2.9 seconds to go. Ty Cobb is 7 for 7 at the line after that one goes through. Sitton will check back in for a potential last-second shot. Enough time for a couple of dribbles and the shot for CC, depending on this rebound. Cobb goes 2 for 2. Landon Hall, Collier Bush check in for Chaffin and Cobb for this final play. 2.9. What does CC try to get? Sitton has it tipped by Huddleston. Turnaround shot is blocked, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. After 3, it's Upperman 59, Cumberland County 41. This is high school basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Minutes to go in the ball game. Upperman's lead is 18. They led by 28. A 12-0 Cumberland County run got them back into it, but still a huge hole for the Jets to try and climb out of. Ty Cobb's 27 points, pacing all scorers tonight. 14 for Tristan Futrell leads the way for the Jets. Baseline drive for Saul Sitton, swiped by Chaffin. Loose a couple of times. Now Chaffin finds Cobb on the outlet. Ty Cobb goes up and slams it down. 29 for Ty Cobb. Went a little bit cold by not really shooting it all in the middle of the third quarter, but he is shooting a blistering percentage from the field because of shots like that. Futrell turns and kicks back. Now Sitton, double team, being trapped. Goes inside, nice pass, and Scarborough finishes the 2. Isaac Scarborough with his first basket of the evening. Huddleston. Underhand flips to Cobb, into Johnson on the low block. Johnson turns baseline. Colton Johnson, no, well defended by the Jets inside. And it'll come the other way. Reese Davenport with a nice defensive play. That shot disrupted by Cobb, and Johnson wrestles it away from Scarborough. Now Cobb works it ahead. Cobb, coast to coast. Ty Cobb with another finger roll finish. 31 for Cobb, following up his 42-point game on Tuesday. Now a pass ahead for Cumberland County. Shot inside is good for Andrew Dennis, who has 13. Timeout called by Coach Goodwin with 6:38 to go, sensing that number 0's in rhythm. They got to figure out a way to slow him down. It is a full timeout, so we will take it with them and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
6:38 to go in the ball game. Upperman leads 63-45 over Cumberland County. We will have basketball action tomorrow from the Bobcat Den as Stone Memorial takes on Pickett County. Game that was rescheduled from early in the year. Should be a lot of fun, both games, girls and boys. Casey and Jack have all the action for you tomorrow. Appreciate them giving up their Saturday to bring you some hoops as Johnson has it. It's a fun team if you haven't heard them. Cobb off the screen, triggers the three. Good tie. Cobb, 7 points in the quarter already. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And he is rapidly putting up another big total on the stat sheet. A 21-point Upperman lead. That is not what CC wanted out of that full timeout. 34 tonight for Ty. Scarborough got him off his feet. It didn't matter. He blocked it, and a foul was called. Whew, we have one that is struggling tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, 2 free throws coming for Isaac Scarborough. I mean, been largely, I haven't had many complaints, but every one has been, as that one is no good on the first one. And then we stopped it because the sub was not at the table. Or he's going to check in for the shooter, I should say. Next one is good for Scarborough, and he will be checked out for. Jake Christopher back in. Christopher's had an impact in this game. He's got 8 points, but he's been a really good piece inside against this big Upperman team. It's a CC team, man, they play hard. A little bit outgunned sometimes, but they play their tails off. Pass inside to Johnson, underneath Lay, no. Well shielded, but Chaffin gets the long rebound. Chaffin drives in, fires it over again to Johnson. This time he is fouled. Doesn't fall. He'll go to the line as Christopher's going to pick up his third personal. And Colton Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. There won't be any district games in 7 AAA on Tuesday. They leave a date open in case there's snow, which there was, but we were able to change ahead of time and some good proactive planning. So we don't have any games. Some people went ahead and scheduled non-district games. Sparta has Smith County on Tuesday in Carthage. That'll be a fun one. If I were to guess, I'd say there's a chance I'm there on Tuesday, but we'll have to wait and see. 20-point lead. There's now a drive inside for Dennis after the 2 free throws were no good on the other end. Futrell with it. Futrell drives and bounces back to him. Quick trigger 3, looking for another one. No good. Chaffin got the board. And now Bronston Chaffin wastes no time accelerating ahead. Got a nice piece of mail from the University of Louisville for his football powers. That one's no good, but he got it back, and Chaffin takes out the trash on the putback. 17 tonight, and potentially a double-double for Bronston Chaffin. Now a pass ricochets. Chaffin comes away, and he's again pushing it. Behind the back dribble. Chaffin showing the handles. The shot will not count. This one goes on Tristan Futrell. That's his first, team second. Torrance and Huddleston subbed out for Maynard, Joseph Maynard, and Branson Turnbow. Score update on EJ's Barn scoreboard. Cookville leads Lebanon 34-27 at the end of 3. And 2 new members of the 1,000-point club in the Upper Cumberland tonight. Trip Pinion got his 1,000th point, and Jaron Davis got his 1,000th point. So congratulations to them for that accomplishment. Branson Turnbow drives and kicks Bronston Chaffin. He's taken some threes this year. He's actually shooting a pretty good clip. Instead, Maynard kicks out to Cobb. Now Cobb drives in. He went for the poster again, and he got fouled up top. That one would have been SC top 10. But Christopher met him up top. It's called for the personal, and Cobb back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 more. First one for Cobb is good. He has 8 points in the quarter so far. He may get subbed out here if the lead continues to balloon, as he now has 9 in the quarter, and it is 36 in the game. Quickly ahead is Dennis for the Jets. Skip pass out, 3 ball on the way. That one, no good. Long rebound, though. Christopher has it. Kicks to Futrell. He'll trigger another tray. That one's no good. This time the rebound's tipped. The Jets come away one more time. Andrew Dennis, he'll trigger the 3. No. Another offensive rebound for the Jets. Will it be a 3? No. Into Christopher. He barrels out of the way, and a foul. Joseph Maynard will be called for his first personal. Doing work on the boards are the Jets, and it'll send Jake Christopher to the line. A chance to get in the double figures if he goes 2 for 2. First one no good. Off the back iron. Landon Hall. Evan Huddleston in for Bronston, Chaffin, and Joseph Maynard. The Bees lead is 24 here on the road. Looking like it will be. Double-digit win number 15. Victory number 8 in a row. 0 for 2 at the line. Johnson with a rebound. And we'll see what Ty Cobb does with 36 points. He's feeling it. Fires into Johnson on the pick and roll. Johnson, way too big, way too strong. He finishes the 2. Now Sitton sees 2 defenders collapse. That pass intercepted by Turnbow. Turnbow over to Huddleston. Now Cobb. Cobb accelerates inside. Bobbles up and under. That is disgusting. Abnormal human behavior by Ty Cobb for 2 more. Now ahead is Saul Sitton. Slams the brakes as the trap arrives. Tries to step through. Skip pass across. Finds the target. Handoff Futrell. He'll trigger the tray. No. Rebound down to Johnson. Cobb with 38. Huddleston has it. He's going to trigger the 3. No. Rebound down. Fought for a tie-up. And the arrow belongs to the Bees. So Ty Cobb is 6 points away from tying the single-game record for Upperman. 7 away from breaking it. And pardon me, the arrow belongs to the Bees. And our friend again gave it to the wrong team. Now Upperman has it. Inbound to Huddleston from the other side. This one's no good. And now ahead they'll come. Dennis. Jump stops, reverses floor. 3 ball on the way. That one's no good. Ahead for Cobb. Cobb works around the defender. It'll be an easy lay-in for Ty Cobb. Another 2. $13 in the quarter, 40 on the night for Cobb. Now ahead, a foul will be called. Should be on the floor, I believe. Colton Johnson's going to pick up the personal. It'll be the 3rd team foul. It is Colton Johnson, his 2nd personal. Inbound up top, now over to Sitton. Back to Futrell. He'll trigger another 3. That one's up, no good. Rebound down, offensive for Dennis. He'll put it up. One area the Jets done really well tonight is on the offensive glass. Futrell with it outside. That 3 ball's no good. Offensive board again. Rebound tipped, and Cobb says enough. He grabs it with 40 points. Here comes Ty again. Cobb behind the back. Again, 2 times. Up and under. Nobody's foul. 4 points away from tying the single-game record at Upperman High School. Cobb back to the line to shoot 2 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And they know how close he is, I believe, as the first one is good, 41. He now has 83 points in 2 games. That's a lot of points. It's a lot. As the next one for Cobb is good. He's also perfect at the line tonight. He does everything. Ahead it comes. 3 ball on the way for Dennis. No. Rebounded by Chaffin. With 42 points, Chaffin bounces to Torrance. Can't pass that look up. Jack Torrance finishes the 2. Upperman up by 34. Ahead they come. Flip back to Dennis. Jack Torrance having a nice game. 6 points, but he's made an impact in lots of different areas. Sitton puts the dribble down. 2 minutes to go. That pass tipped by Hall. They're able to save it in. Cobb at 42 points. 3 balls on the way. That one's no good. Hall able to run the rebound down. Hall finds Cobb. Cobb, he's going to pass in. He's pass first. Now ahead, weaving through traffic. Upperman wants Ty Cobb to shoot the ball to get the record as the 3 ball is up for Sitton and good. Barely hit the rim. 3 is good. I mean, okay. Timeout called on the floor. By my count, Cumberland County has attempted 25 threes tonight. I mentioned I would keep track. .133 to go in the ball game. It's 80-49. But we are on record watch. Ty Cobb at 42 points. 2 points away from tying the single game record. 3 away from breaking the single game record for the Bees. He'll have the basketball. 90 seconds to play. Chaffin finds Cobb, steps back. They want him to get that 3. You could tell. Johnson, Cobb wants it. He has it. Futrell doing a great job trying to lock him down. Now Cobb puts it between the legs, lost handle. It went to Futrell. Now ahead they come. They kick back. Futrell will trigger the 3. Got the steal on one end. That one's no good. Johnson and Chaffin wrestled each other for the board. 1 minute to go for Cobb with 42 points. He needs some help. Gets the screen. Cobb, step back 3 for the record. Good! Ty Cobb, the record for most points in a game at Upperman High School. 45 on the step back 3. They were trying to get him that 3. He got it. Now the bench is empty. He follows up a 42-point performance on Tuesday with a 45-point performance tonight. He's just a sophomore. What a shot for the record. And now he will get to relax as the game is way over. 52 seconds to go. We mentioned on Tuesday, you never know when you may get to snip that record. Well, it was 3 days later. Here comes Futrell. 3 ball on the way for Scarborough. Missed everything. Offensive rebound and the putback is good, though, up and in for Davenport. Reese Davenport with his first points. Now the benches are largely empty. Maynard has it. Maynard from the free throw line jumps up, but can't finish. Rebound down. 24 seconds to go. Now that bounce pass is intercepted by Finn Sism. Sends ahead. Drayton Allen. Joseph Maynard with it from the wing. Back to Allen. Works it over. Gunnar Block. Block will drive the lane. Left-hand lay is good for Gunnar Block. And that will do it. Final score tonight, Upperman 85, Cumberland County 51. We welcome you into the Legacy House postgame show. Legacy House in Smithville, your one-stop shop. Boutique, home goods store, clothes, and more. As we tally up the scoring on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. $18 in that fourth quarter for Ty Cobb, by the way. It's not bad. Scoring is as follows. First for the Jets, who fall to 6-15 on the season, 2-3 in District 7 AAA. Tonight for the Jets, Tristan Futrell leads the way with 14 points, 13 for Andrew Dennis, 8 for Jake Christopher, 7 for Saul Sitton, 4 for Asher Mifflin, 3 for Isaac Scarborough, and 2 for Reese Davenport for a team total of 51. For the Bees tonight, who improved to 18-2 on this season, they run their win streak to 8 games, and they are 5-0 in District 7 AAA. 45 points. Program record for points in a game for Ty Cobb tonight. He paces them with 18 in that fourth quarter, 45 total. 17 tonight for Bronston Chapin, maybe a double-double for him. We'll have to wait and see. 6 points for Branson Turnbow, 2 for Evan Huddleston, 4 for Jack Torrance, 2 for Landon Hall, 5 for Colton Johnson, and 2 for Gunnar Block, for a team total of 85. The Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game is Ty Cobb. He breaks Nick Davis's record for points in a game, and Baxter with 45. A historic milestone in a career that will be full of historic milestones. For Ty, the sophomore does it tonight, and without a doubt, he is the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. He breaks, and it is, as the comments were asking, Nick Davis's record of 44 points in a game. Next up for the Jets, they will travel to Bledsoe County for a non-district matchup on Tuesday night. Upperman will have a week off before taking on Cade Caps and the Stone Memorial Panthers on the road next Friday night. We will be there for all the action. There is a really good game happening on the main page right now. 38 seconds to play. Livingston leads Sparta 41-40 in Sparta. Cookville and Lebanon are within single digits of each other over on UCR2 tonight. You should go and check those games out. And then tomorrow, tune in as Pickett County welcomes in Stone Memorial for a doubleheader. Final score of our girls' game earlier on tonight, it was the Lady Bees 48-34 over Cumberland County. In the boys' game, Ty Cobb scores 45 points as the Bees get it done 85-51. I'm Noah McKay from Madison McKay on camera, and everybody at UCR.